Having this one. There we go.
No,
The
Damien,
vocals
let me
are
tell
on.
you about our time. You weren't there.
Screens
Yeah,
are
I'm
off.
enjoying. I'm living vicariously through you.
All right. Welcome everybody. I actually I probably should have said this before we jumped on. I talked to Noah because he was thinking about running his campaign opposite of Damien's, and he's like, I don't have time for it. Not time to prep right now. So we're giving Damien the weekends for the foreseeable future, as long as everybody else can make it work. We're gonna be running this way. So
I guess I have.
you have to. You don't
Yes,
have a
you
choice.
do.
I made this decision without consulting you. I'm like, Jeff's
No,
gonna
yeah.
be here.
I wouldn't expect you to ask me.
I actually I thought I did, but you were not in the mindset that you could remember.
I was in a special mindset.
It was awesome. I thought you were gonna put one of your heads through my cabinet doors.
It's called Warlock mode, and I'll teach all of you about it someday.
I love it. All right. I'm done. I'm turning my mic off. The floor is yours, Damien.
Yeah, I'm excited to play. So I used to have the players recap, so it might be something I do at some point. And then I fill in anything, and I think that just helps sometimes with people. If we're playing weekly, or at least three weekends a month, maybe it's a little bit easier. But I'll obviously recap today.
Thank you. And I do want to say, Damien, I'm an avid note taker, but my notes do not adequately add up to a summary.
Right, yeah.
Like
yeah.
I would have, like my best bet would be like I'll feed it to GPT and it will.
Well, it doesn't. When we do, yeah. When you guys say what happens, it doesn't have to actually be written out like a.
But currently, I have not been note taking on this. I've been taking a break.
That's all right. You don't have. Nobody said you had to take notes.
Just having fun. Oh, good. Bungo's got notes. Yeah, it just sucks because I'm playing Inquisitive, and then I can't remember any of my. I've got Keen Mind, but the player can't.
Yeah.
Remember
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, it's weird. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. No worries. Yeah. No, we'll definitely do the recap from our last game. So when we played last time, you guys had come out of the mist into a strange and kind of foreboding land. You were in a wooded area and kind of ran off by these singing, bewitching voices in the mist, forcing you to kind of move deeper into this woods, this unknown land. As you traveled the only road you saw, you came upon a dead body, found this Knight of the White Rose, found a journal with some interesting, that was mostly burnt and looked old, decades at least. Beat up, most of the pages were burnt except for a few. There were 3 pages that were salvageable, but all 3 were written in a coded language, a cipher. Eventually, through Ren's keen mind, was able to figure out what kind of cipher it was, and actually decipher the first page, which I should maybe read you guys real quick. The keyword was rose for this first page, but we also found out that the keyword is not the same for each page. So you were able to decode the first page of this old journal, and what you were able to glean from it is this entry. I roam these dark halls of Nedragrad Keep, no company except the echo of my heavy boots and the weight of my shame. The 3 sisters hold up their word and sing of my sins, curse their incorporeal tongues, for their shrieks cling to me like the dust in this hold. I feel as though I will fade into nothing, only a whisper on the wind, a lost memory, like that of Beatrix and that thing she bore. So it shall be, I alone, who sit upon this throne of sorrow, cold as cast iron in deep winter. I shall close my borders, and they will remain so. Woe to those who seek Scythicus, for as I am, so shall the land be. Interesting and cryptic message. But you moved on coming upon a town, small, looked like it was larger than it used to be, quite a bit larger, but a fairly small town. It looked like had a lumber mill and a lumber trade, but that had all dried up. You guys had found out that there's you went to the tavern, and the mayor came with his friend, a bard, and you kind of see that he's kind of the hot shot around town. Your visit and rest was interrupted by an old man who had come in yelling about his daughter. Everybody kind of gave him a hard time about it, and maybe even hinted that she had been acting less than moral. Um, you know, for to use a gentle euphemism
I'm
for what they were saying. He talked to him, and he said that his daughter Caitlin isn't like that, and she's been missing for multiple days. And in your investigation, you found out a few people were missing. Corian, an elf who made his money off lumber, and Lord Hammerfell, a local noble. You met looking for answers about this new land. You met an interesting gnome, a brimborn mistweaver, who seems to have come from far off land, though his memory of it is spotty at best. He gives you a little bit of information, kind of warns you of that leaving this place will not be as easy as it was to enter it. And his words are also very kind of cryptic and foreboding. Says that he almost hints towards that you can't leave unless you won't be able to leave unless you're allowed to leave. You're not sure what that means, but you were thankful for his information. He told you that you definitely could find more information in the capital city or one of the bigger towns. He told you that there's a small kind of permanent trading outpost that you could take a boat from. That's a few days away. That'd be much quicker. You could also travel the deep woods. There's a trail and a road that leads, but people have whispered about how the dangers of the woods. But you guys decided that maybe you would look around a little bit and see if you can't figure out what's going on try to find Caitlin at the very least. The old man seemed upset, and you also realize that, hey, you're in this new land. You don't really have any answers or any, contacts or anything, and maybe helping them out might be beneficial to even you in that way, let alone just helping a young woman maybe. So you traveled to one of the missing man's, Corian's house, where you caught the scent of rose perfume, tinged with something almost burnt. You searched around inside the house. You didn't find much. You did find a lady's scarf that smelled of rose perfume, but it was really when you guys went in the back, behind the house, up against the back of the house in an alley. There were some barrels. That strong scent of perfume and burnt, that burnt perfume smell. Well, opening a few of the barrels, you see foodstuffs and rations, and until you finally opened one of the last barrels, and that scent poured out, overwhelming as you looked in and you saw who you guys believed to be Corian, appeared from the descriptions, broken, twisted, and shoved into the barrel. As you remove him, you see he has a look of horror and fear, permanently kind of caught his death mask. His face and body is gaunt, almost desiccated. Like it looks like he just looks like he's been there longer than you know that he has been. Something else that catches your attention is that his lips are burnt black, and there's like a black burn kind of slowly fading away as it moves away from his mouth. And that's where we left off. If there's anything I didn't touch on or that you want me to go over.
I had one question.
Yep.
What year was it when we were in the Sword Coast? I don't remember.
So it had 1432. Dale Reckoning is what DR.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and this was dated 732?
So you have 3 different dates. They appear to be years apart, these journal entries. I think one is 711, I think, or is that, what is that?
Yeah, 700 still.
716, sorry. The other one's 723, and the other one's 742.
Okay.
It was a long dead body, though, right?
It was a what?
The body that the Night of the White Rose is long dead, right? Is it like a skeleton, or was it a body?
The knight, remember he's been dead for a long time, but it almost like he looks more preserved in a way. He still looks very dead, but like he almost looked mummified. So he's been dead for a long time. Yeah.
Okay.
What about this guy?
Yeah, the barrel body. What do you?
Well, you know that he was seen just 2 days ago.
Okay,
So he literally can't be dead for. So you don't know exactly. You could check maybe, or if you have some training in medicine, perhaps you might be able to get an idea.
I'll give it a shot.
Is he dead?
Yeah, I don't know, fellas. I think he might be dead. You can go
Right,
make a medicine check.
I'll check if he's dead, but obviously I'm looking really to see like how long. See if I can find signs of rigor mortis and whatever. Something that makes me sound smart. Medicine check, which I swear to God I am proficient in.
Sweet.
Not great. Not great at all. That's a 9.
So with a 9, you're not sure what
He's
he
dead?
died from. Yep, he's dead. You're not sure what he died from, and you know that you don't see any like stab wounds. I mean, his bones are broken, but you don't know if that happened with that. You're not sure if that happened before or after he died. He might have been mangled and then killed, or broken to fit in the barrel.
Is there anyone around?
Is there what?
We're behind the house.
Yeah, and it is the evening time.
No one else is seeing us.
and
You guys haven't seen anybody.
Yeah, it's a small village. You said like 200 people.
Yeah.
So outside of our tracks, are there any other like tracks, like signs of like a?
Yeah, give me a survival roll if you're. Yep.
All right.
That's a good question.
See if there's a scuffle
Can I try to
or
help him with
anything.
Like I'll look around too. I'll help him.
Yeah. Do you have survival as a? Do you both have survival as a?
I do.
I do.
I'm
Perfect.
perfect.
Yeah, you can help him if you both have it.
I also do. I'm gonna help
Perfect.
you.
Okay. 8. Ooh, nice. Ren definitely spots something and points my shoulders. That's a 21. The 18 was
yeah, with that, you kind of stop everybody from walking around. And you tell them to back off as you. It's been a couple days, but you're able to pretty clearly make out a set of footprints that are not your guys's. And the reason you're so clearly able to do that is because they seem very small. It definitely appears to be a woman's foot. A small woman, the width of it is tell how the depression of it. What sticks out is that's the only, you don't see Quarian's footprints anywhere.
Yeah.
This here's a lady foot.
Yeah, so this is probably the lover, and we can track this down. They run. I got a feeling this is the one that's missing.
Guys, what do we do? There's a fucking body in a barrel, man.
Have you never seen a body before, Bungo?
Look at the face. That ain't right. Who are we gonna show this to? We're gonna take this to the mayor, to the red rosy red inn,
All right, I think that's a valid consideration, and we should keep all our options open. Let's get our heads together. I was thinking the plan was we're gonna go find that missing girl, of questionable.
I think to Bungo's question, Ren, I think the only people that we can trust right now is the 4 of us or the 3 of us that are here. So I don't think we go telling anything to anybody until we have more content to do it. Sometimes, my patrols would function like this. All right?
Look, I get what you're saying. We got to get rid of this body. Don't worry.
Or put it back after we discern everything we can. I'm unfamiliar with this, as we all are.
Before you put it back in, let me search it before you put it back in. This is gross. I'm I'd like to search the corpse.
I call dibs on half of anything good that comes out of there.
So you don't find much. You do find a gold ring. Looks a little tarnished, but you probably fetch a few coins. You also find a pouch with 25 silver in it. The silver, obviously, that's from here. But otherwise, he doesn't have anything of, his clothes are ruined, and they were okay. They were probably all right, but now they're ripped and stuff and gross. Yeah,
they're like ripped, like an attack, or ripped from like getting shoved in.
From being manipulated, you can see, and like his arms are all twisted in weird ways, so they, it doesn't look like, you don't see like cuts or claw marks or anything. You just see like
we don't want a dead man's clothes. Let's leave it as is. It's gross.
Is it okay to take
what are we doing? Stealing this back up?
Yeah, I think.
Is everyone in?
I mean, I think we put ourselves in a bit of predicament where if we don't seal this back up and someone finds it, and they find all of our footprints here, they might think that, you know what I'm.
They're hanging from a gibbet. Could be us, the hangman's noose.
And I don't want to do that. And
obvious. I mean, what about? All right. Do we got any plans for getting rid of our footprints? Getting out of here, no traces. Like, can we clean this up?
So, is there any bushes around?
Sure.
There it goes. Grab, snap, like a branch, and just try to sweep the dirt a little bit.
Yeah.
Good idea. That's a good idea. I've got survival. I've seen that before.
Yeah. You definitely mess up you can mess up the.
All right. So while we're altering the crime scene, is there anything else we want to do? Other than, seal this back up, and I'm going to leave that to someone stronger than I, but I think it's a matter of throw the top back on it and you mallet that fucker down, right? Barrel.
I mean, as good as we can.
Okay. Cool. How bad's it stink?
It doesn't smell like a dead body yet. A little. It's starting to, but it's definitely masked by that scent of like burnt perfume is the main smell.
Right. That's cool. Good. All right, so let's keep that burnt perfume in mind.
Yeah. Where'd the lady's footprints? I don't want to cover hers up because I would like to kind of track where those footprints are going. If I'm not stepping out of bounds.
Yeah. No, you certainly can. Oh, is that what you're doing? You close the barrel back up, put it back, and then you're gonna track the footprints?
I mean, I don't know this place. Maybe this is a cat trail or something.
I want to help him, but I'm also real focused on trying to discern more about the lady, based on her gait and the depth of the prints. I want to know her height, weight, measurements.
So as you are, you can easily follow the tracks at first because you know exactly where they are. You're the only ones in the alley. They do go out on kind of the main street where a lot of foot traffic started, but you can make it out, and you're trying to track, keep an eye on it. So you can go ahead and give me another roll. So what I'll say is you can help him, or you can do your more insightful type of you're trying to figure out more. So you're either helping him by looking for tracks, or you're going to be focused on those things.
I'm gonna.
Do you, man?
Yeah,
I want go your way.
So you can do an insight roll, and you can give me a survival roll.
Natural 20.
No this guy's a tracking machine.
23.
Oh shit! I
23. So
also.
We'll do the insight one real quick. So you can, again, they pointed out to you, and you have a keen mind. So you definitely see this as a small woman, probably no taller from her gait, no taller than 5 foot to 5'2" max. Really lightweight, less than 100 pounds. Small feet. The only thing that kind of doesn't really fit is the steps are very determined. Not to say that somebody couldn't, but they're very, very determined. Kind of, I don't want to use the word march, but very, very much determined. So that seems a little odd.
So not a child.
No.
Not someone necessarily creeping or in fear.
No, none of that. You don't see. This is walking with purpose. Yep. With a nat 20, and which is your total's like what, 24 or 23?
23. I'm at +3
Yeah.
proficient.
So you're navigating no problem. You tracked many times with your family and your father, and um, and you've hunted game and man, so you know pretty well how to follow those tracks as you navigate through. And you see that they make their way towards the finer, nicer part of town, towards um, those manors, and you follow it. You know, to a lesser tracker, it might have been, you might have lost it, but you're able to follow it pretty straight to behind Lord Hammerfell's house, where you see another set of footprints meet up with it. These are quite old and as well, um, but yeah, you see that. You can clearly see that. Yeah.
I will point this out to the group. Also, Hammerfell was missing too. I have.
You guys get a little bit of a scent of that. Is that rose perfume again?
It's the same one from Corin's house. How big is this manor? Like, is it
It's probably got 5 bedrooms.
is it a couple stories?
Yeah, it's 2 stories.
Is it walled?
There is a small wall. Yeah, and these tracks are on the outside. The wall's about 5 foot. You can see over clearly. The tracks are on this side. Looks like they came from the gate.
From the gate? Okay.
Yeah.
And as we follow that and look at the scene, are there any like sconces or lamps lit in this house currently? And what it's? I mean, I know it's gray. Do we know what time of day it is?
Yeah, no, it's evening. It's not even nighttime probably.
Okay.
There's some candle lights going on and some movement going on. But this is, remember there's that big oak tree kind of near the center of town, near the wealthy area. That's the area you're in, right near, a couple 20, 30, 50 feet maybe from the big oak. But as you look down at the footprints, you see that they meet up and then they start walking together. Heading towards the center of town, kind of towards the oak tree.
Okay. Approach is something I think we need to have. A good approach. I gotta be real with you guys. It's not my cup of tea. I kind of.
Are we going
You know.
going into Lord Hammerfell's house?
I don't know if we go there or the tracks meet up and they go back towards the tree. If we want to check that out before, but I just think a game plan of what we do and someone else doing it, because I'll know when it's time to do mine, and I'll just kind of put my glaive, into the ground and grind it in a little bit. Just kind of smile.
Well, I'm all for more information. Plenty of recon. Learn the patterns, see if we can spot more before we get too involved. But how worried are we in terms of the timeline? Are we...
I don't think we're working for anybody. I mean, the old man just said, like, find my daughter. Right?
I kind of like to get home, but
Yeah.
What that book say? Or what that gnome say? He said it's hard to get out, or harder to get out than it is to get in, or it was at the book. Either way, sounds like it's going to be something that we're going to have to figure out over time. So maybe...
Yeah. And we talked, recently, we know we're going to get by here and get out of here. We need to figure out a way to make more currency and better ourselves, get ourselves into a position where we've got more of our feet under us and more information, and we'll figure out how to get out. I guess. I'm not real hopeful. Never seen the point in optimism, but we have some options now.
Yeah. I mean, we got to
It
make our
sounds
way to
like-
Carpalon, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And find someone who knows what's going on. But in order to get there, we need some coin, or we need to hook up with another caravan
Right.
Yeah.
that we can.
Well, maybe
Gun.
if we can
Clout.
figure out what happened to this lord, this noble, they might be generous with it, and you know, good favor in these towns in case we have to come back through is something I kind of value.
Well, we're already up a little silver, and Bungo passes out 5 silver apiece from the corpse. The local silver, so put it in your Electrum tab.
Perfect. I guess. I mean, we're not gonna go super recon. I wouldn't imagine we go right now. Maybe we walk, follow those tracks to the tree. I mean, I know the tree's the prominent space, so the tracks will probably get lost to other tracks. I'm trying to think.
You're gonna follow the tracks to the tree?
Yeah, I mean, you
Or
can
just
still
in the
keep an
direction?
eye on the manor from that, right? I mean,
Yeah, oh yeah, if you're 50 feet away,
Yeah.
60 feet away, like the tree is kind of the focal point of the town. The rich neighborhood is right near it. Hammerfell happens to be right up front, as this kind of community of rich nobles, but it's pretty simple for you. Again, these wouldn't have been that, but you got a good beat on these tracks, even though they're a few, a day or two old. Well, going on 2 days, I suppose. And but you're able to follow it, and you see that they lead basically right up to the tree. As you get really close to that oak, you can pick up that rose smell a little bit stronger. Um,
I'll call the guys over here.
Can anyone? I mean, I can smell it, obviously, but I'm not a fucking dog here. Can anyone
Is there any?
track?
Are there petals on this tree? Like, no.
So as you start to investigate the tree and you're kind of smelling stuff, you see it's huge. It comes up in this big, but kind of low, about 5 feet up. It's branches off into like three. You know how the trees do that, but the base is huge, wide, right? And it's about 5 feet up. It branches up into three, and then they come out, and it really is like the whole city is kind of built around it. But that base is huge, and you kind of feel it around and kind of peer out where it all splits, and you see there's a hole, a cavity, and you see there's a hand sticking out of it.
In the like upper
In the tree. Like imagine, how trees get like
hole. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, like in the crotch of a tree, or like
yeah. That's
Yeah.
one way to put it. Yes.
I'm
And
gonna.
there's a hand.
There's
Just
a hand sticking out.
can I take? Yeah. Can I take my glaive and just lift it up and let it down like a half an inch just to see if?
Yeah, you see it lifts up and falls back down.
Okay. Ugh.
There's a big gaudy ring on the finger, with a few silver rings.
Bungo.
Bungo, I would like to take this moment to, if I can, to like make sure that I can do this discreetly, but I would like to take Corin's gold ring that I nicked and hide it in my boot.
Okay.
Just
Give me a
in
sleight
case.
of hand. You're not trying to hide it from them though, right?
No, I'm trying
Okay.
to okay, I don't want to get picked up by the guard and be like, hey, why do you got Corin's?
Yeah, you don't have to roll for that. Yeah, you can certainly do that. Yeah, I got you. You want caught with that? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on you.
So Bungo looks up the tree.
Third K for
I can't reach
Yamamoto,
that high,
spins
I'm guessing.
curveball inside.
Yeah, you can climb up on there, but yeah, you definitely can't see over it.
Like, are we like in the town square, guys? Like, are we gonna? What do you want me to do? Like, reach up and put my head in the hole, like a squirrel?
Thought you.
God damn! Someone give me a boost.
No, I'll go take a look.
As you peer down in there, you see there's a fine sleeve sticking up, and kind of look down and kind of catch you off guard as you see a twisted face sticking up. Its head is turned in a very awkward.
So wait, this is a real dead body and not just like some art installation?
Correct. It appears there's a body stuffed down in there.
All
Its
right.
face is twisted and distorted.
How
It's
much
gaunt.
does it?
Its lips are burned with, this blackening around it.
Does it remind me of the previous one we found in a barrel?
Yeah, it reminds you pretty good of the. Yeah.
Because didn't that one like belch
No, it
rose?
just had the burnt lips as
Okay,
well
okay.
with the.
All right. Well, okay. I'm gonna climb
Right.
down. I'm gonna explain the situation, everyone.
What's in the hole?
It's another one, another dead body, just like the first. Only this one was not properly barreled.
It has the rings on it, right?
Yeah, like fancy. One of them's like a big gaudy ring.
Big gaudy ring.
Yeah, and
All right, hold on.
was the
Hold on,
guy?
Bungo. I'm gonna.
Don't
Yeah.
touch those.
Good.
Don't touch those.
Yeah. Is there a guard here?
So again, it's about, you would imagine, like 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night. You have seen a few people, a few drunks, somebody walk by. You don't see, there are guards. You don't see them walk by, but as you look around, you can see there's one, kind of walking along the tree line about, 100 feet away. Doesn't seem to be paying you guys too much mind. Like, you're not too concerned about somebody walking up on you. It would have to be out of the ordinary, but if you wanted to find a guard, you could. In fact, you see the one guy you saw the first night you came in, that you would, kind of charmed in a way there, Bungo. He's kind of guarding, one of the area that's kind of butted up against the wood line. He's boredly walking back and forth.
The second I don't think we should disturb it without letting someone know. But maybe we don't tell anybody just yet. Is this the Lord?
No one else is going to be wearing rings like that. I'll tell you that much. And I don't want to nick those. Those would be hotter than well, hot.
Yeah.
Well, hotter than I like.
This is something I've never come across on my travels on the Sword Coast. The burned lips. Weird.
I don't think we're in this post anymore.
I don't think Bungo's just gonna be like, guys, like we can continue pulling on this thread, but like at what point are we gonna tell somebody? Like, I don't want to get blamed for this stuff.
Yeah.
Do we just keep going to the next step, or do we be like, hey, we found 2 bodies? I mean, we're the outsiders. We just got here. We're like, they're gonna finger us.
Yeah, we listened to the guy in the tavern. That's how we started here. We found out that corn was missing, and we went there. I mean, this tracks, man.
One of us has horns. That's all I'm saying. Lana, no offense, but if I'm thinking someone like demonically scared the shit out of somebody, it's not going to be me. I'm tussling my little curls.
I actually really like Alana's horn, and I just want the entire party, especially Alana, to know that.
Yes, obviously she's beautiful, but she's the only one like that here. Everyone else is dour and smells like onions.
She's like really sighing, like loud and rolling her eyes every time you.
I think that is what it is. It's onions.
Yeah. Well, seriously though, if we alert the guards, and then we can continue, and we can also maybe you, Bungo, or Ren, can see how they react if we tell them, and then maybe that gives us something else to go on. I've, traveled with the guards for a long time. I've come across ones that are for the flag, and some that aren't. Maybe we do let them know that something is up, and we were just here looking at the big prominent tree, and we found this because that's, you know, we were looking at how awesome it is, and see
Okay.
if they take it, and then maybe we do some more recon. I mean, we still have a missing girl. Oh, sorry, Bungo.
No. I like what you're saying. I'm picking up on it. I've got a new plan. Okay, we press on. We find the girl, and we say we're so busy finding this girl. Maybe she's alive. We just had to get to the next step, and then we neglected to stop and tell you about the things stuffed in the tree and barrel. And
neglected to tell you / typically not easy to find, guards. So, so where are we next? We know that there was a girl, met with the guy, they came to the tree, guy's in the tree. Is it the girl?
Are there any more? We got to see what's in the. We got to go in the hole. Do we have to see what's in the? Is there anything on this guy? Like a clue?
I'm not. I mean, I can go back up there and take a look for you. I could even probably try to lift you up, Bungo. But I ain't climbing in that tree.
I'm gonna.
I don't want to miss a clue.
I'm gonna spin around and just make sure no one's looking at us like weird, and just kind of keep a perimeter, while these guys do their thing.
Is there room in the hole for me and the body?
No, it's had to be shoved and broken to get in there.
Okay. Are there any Ren or anyone? Could we look around for any other tracks or what way the assailant might have gone?
I'll start glancing around, but in this scenario, I guess I'll probably just assist.
Why don't you stuff the hand back in the hole too?
I'm
be
making sure you guys aren't doing it. So unless you pull me out, I just want to make sure we're not getting tracked right now.
I'll glance around for tracks.
Okay. Yep.
Survival.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 14.
So with 14, I would say that because you kind of have been following the tracks and have an idea that you are able to find a few, and they're pointing in the general direction of that would be north because they pointed that out to you, which goes, it looks like it walks into the woods.
Is this still the tiny female?
Yes.
So are we to believe that the tiny female shoved this man into a hole in a tree?
That's a far fetch.
All right, either way, I'm following the tiny female
Don't
tracks.
go into the woods yet.
All right. I'll get them. We'll get close.
Can Bungo look at the tracks and see if he recognizes them as halfling or a small race, or if it's just a little human?
They don't look like halfling feet are kind of unique, pretty easy actually to tell, short gait with huge feet, oversized feet. These don't look like, they look like human, could be elf or half elf as well, because they're so small, but it could be any three of those.
Guys, are we going into the woods at night?
That's what I'm saying. Let's maybe we know where this is. We go back to our rooms. We got rooms for a couple nights, didn't we? Bungo?
We booked up for one night.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it shouldn't be that hard to do it again. But...
Okay. Yeah.
Do we? Do you think these are Caitlin's footprints, or do you think did she do this?
I find it hard to believe that someone with these fragile, footprints could stuff these other two guys the way they were into the spaces that they were stuffed. but and I think I think we should follow these. I just don't know if it's smart to do it now, or we either wait for daylight or we lose what could be valuable time.
There's a chance she's still alive, then I guess we have to go now.
But I think that's only if we believe that she didn't stuff these into a tree. Because if we're just walking into a trap, I mean, just a bit wary of it. I don't think that a woman, no offense, of this size could, at least the noble, he has to be fat, right? Aren't they all?
You can kind of tell that he's not skinny.
Yeah. It's not just my opinion. Like I said, there's the only people we can trust are the people here. So, be honest.
How expensive do those rings look?
You're gonna examine them? Like
Yeah.
Really can give them a give me what is that? What's appraising? Is that investigation? Is that insight?
What is yeah? Roll an appraisal check.
Yeah. Don't even no, right? I would say either insight or investigation. I think either one of those could be maybe not the best, but that's what I'm calling it now. We can just but I'm sure there's a rule for it.
First roll of the night, nat 20 for a total of 25.
So the
what a waste.
gaudy ring isn't really anything. It's probably like a crystal versus but you can tell the two silver rings are pure silver, and one of them's engraved with like elvish, like a what would you call that? Like a sorry, I'm having a brain fart, but like a
script.
Yeah, like a saying, that meant that's like a fortune kind of like good wealth and happy hearth. That is probably worth some money. Like the two silver ones are worth more than that.
Yeah. Is there a place in the tree that I could like stuff him? Like if I took him off his fingers and I could like leave him here and come back for him, sort of thing.
Yes, you could. Yes.
Okay, so I'm not. I'll leave the crystal. Well, screw it. We'll take all three rings. And I just want to stuff them in the tree somewhere, so that when people come and pull out the body, if they find them, they find them. But if not, I can come back by and pick them up.
Smart.
At a later time.
So you guys see that the tracks lead to the edge of the forest. It doesn't mean you have to go in if you want to. Great, but I'm not. But as you approach the edge of the forest, you can see there's a couple like walking paths like that have been just. You can tell people go into the woods for different reasons, and you see these kind of lead into one of those. At that point, you kind of hear a, "Hey, Bungo, is that you?" See, it's that guard you met on the guy you had seen kind of walking by.
No, Philip, what's cracking?
Hey, not much. Bored, doing my rounds.
Oh, I didn't see you at the Red Rose Inn. Was there? I opened for Gathon.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, I heard it was your second performance was quite well received.
Oh, you heard about the second one.
You and Gathon must be become fast friends. You going to visit him?
Oh, whereabouts is he up the road here?
Oh yeah, you guys. Oh, I guess maybe you don't. Gathon. He likes to go to those standing stones. He says it's a great place to practice his lute. He's been going often, almost every night for the past week or two.
You don't say.
Yeah.
That's
Says he likes the way the music echoes off the standing stones.
That sounds wonderful. Is that up the trail here?
Yeah, it's not far. You follow it here. It's right by the river.
Was it safe to go up at night like this? I mean, we got you guys control.
Yeah, it's pretty safe around here. Even there's some wolves around every now and then. Seen them. Oh. They're out and about. Gathon's not worried about it. He
That's.
I don't know. If Gathon can do it, then I guess we can do it.
Nobody walks in the dark like Gathon does.
Well, I think maybe we'll check that out. See how the acoustics go. Hey, I still owe you that ale down at the Red Rosie.
I'll hold you to that.
All right. Well, be safe out here.
You can just see he's just like, all right, kind of kicks the rocks. He's just clearly bored out of his mind.
Guys, anything else before we
You don't want to get him on about the tracks into the woods?
I mean, I guess we can go check it out.
I mean, you could like hard to.
I don't.
Phil, actually one more thing. If I could pick your brain here.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't mind, it is dark, and we were at the Red Rooster, not the Red Rooster, that's another town, the Rosie Red Inn, and guy Morgan came in, kind of out of his gourd. His daughter had gone missing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you probably heard about it. We're just out, stumbling around, seeing what we can see, and I think we haven't checked this path yet, so we're gonna walk up there too, and then if it's on the way to the Standing Stones, that's great. Any chance you want to tag along? Conversation,
but Mayor, kill me.
Oh, it's not off your regular route.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to. He's kind of contemplating it.
Oh man, I don't want to put you in a spot here. All right, I just wolves, people missing and stuff. Like I don't want to,
Or maybe need the help of the guard to protect you from those dangerous wolves. Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
My sword arm doesn't exactly reach very far.
You can make it with advantage.
Oh, that's good because I rolled a 10 on the first one. Get out of the way. I can't see it. Oh, 23. Nice. 18.
All right. Yeah, ain't nobody.
All right. You know what?
Little action.
We have to intercede the mayor. We'll talk him up for you too.
Appreciate it. Yeah, let's go check it out.
Awesome. Let's go check out these Standing Stones.
Yeah. He'll walk with you guys. Yeah, he'll even lead the way if you want him to.
I was gonna say, like, can we push Bungo and Philip, like, towards the front and let them converse?
So it's not far. It shouldn't take us more than 15-20 minutes to get there. As you're walking, he's like, these stones have been around longer than the town has. Mostly fallen apart. Kind of probably some old tribe or something. And they're something meant to them. But it is true. That the music does echo nicely. He's performed there for the town. Sometimes some of the kids say it's haunted. They'll dare each other to run out there. But I've been out there since I was but a wee lad, never seen nothing. Hearing the wolves, be more afraid of the wolves or maybe a bandit.
Well, it looks like Bungo's going to casually point out. Oh, it looks like we're not the only ones to kind of take this path, and like kind of casually point out the little trap.
Yeah. Well, sometimes some people come this way to the water, or.
Nice.
But yeah, it's just a kind of a local area. As you guys walking for 10-15 minutes, kind of talking to Philip, you guys catch something on the wind, kind of a sound. Even Philip kind of stops for a second. Must be Gathon. You can hear the sound of music maybe. And as you walk a little bit further, you in the distance you now clearly hear what appears to be like a harp probably, and the recognizable voice of Gathon. He seems to be singing, playing the harp. As you approach and get closer, you realize you're not as close as you thought. He wasn't lying about these stones kind of making his voice echo. And Bungo, you hear it. It's like you understand, right? There's certain rooms that sound better. And it really is kind of working wonders for Gathon and his singing voice as you approach. Kind of this haunting melodic tune on the harp. Does anyone speak Elven?
I do.
Ooh, oh, fancy.
It's a haunting tune to like about like a lost love, the the death of those that we care about. It's kind of a mourning kind of song. Um, Up ahead, you see, the trees kind of clear, and Philip's like, "Oh, we're getting close." Walking in the clearing now, and as you guys kind of peek through the trees into what appears to be a clearing, there are several stones. Some of them are kind of bent, and one's even fallen down in a circle around the next to a river. There's a forest, coming out of the forest in the clearing. Um,
Do they appear to be humanoid made
what?
or positioned?
Oh,
or
they're not. They wouldn't be like no one person could. They're not so big that.
But I guess I mean is this a natural structure? I mean,
No, it's clearly been set up that way. Yeah, you can see the rocks. The rocks aren't perfectly worked. Some of them are a little rough, but they're all the same shape. Tooth-like shape, and they've clearly been set here like that. Yeah.
And as far as I could tell, ancient in origin, like the fact
from
that
where you're at right now and everything, yeah, it appears to be pretty old. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got moss on some of it. It doesn't look like it's perfectly taken care of. Um, But what you see is Gathon is standing just inside the circle on a fallen rock, and he's playing his harp and singing. As you guys approach, you see Philip kind of walking, then he kind of stops and kind of peers in. He's like, "Is that someone laying in the center of the circle?" And you guys kind of look through, and you see there's a small woman, looks unconscious, laying in the center of the stones. You can hear that. You can also hear the not rushing, but the movement of the water. The stones are probably 10 or 20 feet away from the water, so that kind of mixes with the sound. But you can see Gathon is just playing away.
I'm gonna move around. So like, it opens up a little bit from the trail in the forest.
Yeah.
Can I like maneuver around a little bit and just try to get like a different point of view? Yeah. And I'll move as he like crescendos or when he's like making noise. So I'm not trying to sneak. I'm trying to take advantage of loud points.
So go ahead and give me a stealth check at advantage then, since you are
straight roll.
Utilizing.
I got an actual 20 again. It's a 21.
Hot tonight. So yeah, using that, you're able to get around. As you get around, you see now you move about 20 or 30 feet around to a different angle and can see the lady clearly. She is in like kind of pretty commoner clothing. She looks like Caitlin's description. I mean, you can clearly see she's got short brown hair, small figure. You can't see her eye color, which they talked about, but you can't imagine. I mean, she's definitely the same size, got the same color of hair.
Does she have a scarf on?
She does not have a scarf on.
Because we found the scarf. This is our girl.
That's clever.
Does she appear to be... I'm going to ask for a spectrum check here.
Yeah.
Is she okay, in distress?
Yeah, you can make a perception or an insight roll.
I mean, I've got equal either, but I feel like this one's really insight, I think, with what I'm going for. 19?
She is unconscious, and she looks dirty, right? But you don't see any kind of wounds on her, so you can't tell by the way she's acting whether she seems distressed because she's unconscious. She looks a little worse for wear, but not like you don't see any marks or bruising or but she's definitely a little dirty, a little wet.
Nice. Look, I'm gonna whisper to Bungo. I don't know what kind of cool games you can roll I don't know what kind of riz you get when you're a musician, but I can't imagine like trying to like woo someone with your harp skills while they're asleep. So I mean, she looks kind of catatonic. This seems like a waste showing off. Is there something else going on here?
I totally agree. Harps are for pussies. This
Yeah.
is not like okay. This doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. Philip. This doesn't feel right. I think you should stay back here and witness whatever's about to happen. And
Well, I think that's Caitlin. I need to. We can't.
I do. Let us go in, man. Let us go
We'll
in.
take care of it. I'm gonna help her.
Make sure no one comes from behind us and bushwhacks us. We're just gonna talk to Gideon, see what's up, and you'll be able to see this whole thing. Your eyes go down. Okay.
All right. If anything goes down, I'm coming in.
All right.
Okay.
I'll move. I can move back to you guys, and be like,
Give me another stealth check on your way back.
fuck. It's hoping that natural 20 to give me some luck.
Yeah, you can't roll that 20L now.
No, I rolled because I'm at disadvantage. That's a 10.
So as he's coming, he kind of gets up here and kind of step on a branch, snaps, and you see Gathon. He doesn't stop singing. He kind of yurks around, kind of looks in your direction, and he's like,
But he's still singing.
well, he stops singing, but he keeps playing his harp, and he's like, and then he starts singing again, eyes real wide, looking at you. Yeah.
Is he trying to help her? It feels real sus. Like, it feels like we should do something, right?
Okay, so Alana, you got any?
Yeah.
You got any ideas here? Like,
Flashes.
I'm gonna knock a bolt as quietly as possible. Get ready. I'm not aiming it. I've just got it low, below my coat.
Is he like trying to shake us off?
He's looking at you going.
he's telling us to get out of here.
At this point, too, as he's playing, you see that the river, there's a little area starts to bubble and spin.
All right. Can I insight him in some way? Can I get a sense? Does he have can I get a good vibe, bad vibe off of him?
So I think you've gotten all the information and you just got to think how your character would perceive this situation,
okay.
right?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
All right.
Guys, maybe I should play a musical duel.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean,
go out with the.
we can't leave Caitlin here. We
Water
can't
starts
leave without
boiling and slapping and spinning and spitting.
Oh, water? What the hell is going on with the river? Phil, what is going on with your town?
I don't know, but there's I don't know. This is crazy. You said to wait. I'm going to go in.
No, Phil, no.
What do you got,
He's
Ren?
waving his
Alana,
trying to help us.
what do you think? What do you think?
I'm gonna I'm gonna use a bonus action to use my insightful fighting.
Okay, what does that do?
And it is an insight check against a creature I can see that isn't incapacitated, contested by the target's deception check. So it's contested. I roll insight, you roll deception. If I succeed, I can use my sneak attack against that target, even if I don't have advantage on the roll, but not if I do have disadvantage on it for 1 minute or until I use this again on another turn.
Yep, give me a roll. Yeah, I roll pretty good.
Hot. No!
That's a 1.
Well,
Yeah, he's a hard one to read.
Yeah.
For you, he seems slippery to kind of. I'm not sure what to.
Plus, you know what? I should have fucking. Not the meta here, but the dude's playing a harp.
You see the water kind of snake up into like a tendril, and it comes down and slaps Caitlin and splashes all over her.
Fuck.
And she starts to kind of move a little bit.
Move?
Like if she's coming to.
Is she?
Fuck this shit, man.
She stands up and she's like.
She look like she's all right.
She stands so straight up. She walks over to Gathon, who stopped playing, kind of wraps her hand seductively around his face.
All right, guys, she's into this, and I feel a little uncomfortable. I think the rest of you guys should probably not watch.
that point, she kind of hears you guys' conversation rustling as her head whips around. You don't know what, she's kind of homely, like, which she's been described as kind of an average girl, but man, she's giving off this kind of vibe that just is really attractive to everybody. you know, as she smiles, don't be shy. Come, speak to me. Would love to meet you.
Your dad. How far away are we?
You're about 30 feet, probably.
I'm okay with approaching.
How about you, little man? Why don't you come my way? She kind of lures you. Can't. Oh my gosh, she's so something.
Guys,
I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
She's going on. I'll step out a little bit because obviously she can see me.
Yep. I need you to make a wisdom save though before you do anything.
Okay. Please. I feel like this one needs to be on a real dice. I'm feared. Right. Should have gone with the D&D Beyond. That's an 8.
You are just enamored. You start walking towards her, like just. Yep.
I'm a musician too. I didn't know if you knew that.
I'm following him. I'm not leaving Bungo.
She walks straight up to him as you guys meet, and she rubs her hand over the top of your head. You're adorable. She leans down and kisses you. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, Jesus. All right, I'm going on the D&D.
Alana's using her divine sense to see if she can figure out what's going on with this
15.
because it's kind of hinky.
Okay. You at first it's just the most elating and most ecstasy you've ever felt. At first, as her lips touch you, yours is kind of this burning passion, and then you're like, man, that burning is really getting hot. And all of a sudden, you just feel as though your body starts to get weak. Your eyes come out wide, and as you look in, you see her yellow looking at you. You try to pull away, and it's like your lips are stuck to hers. And you try to pull away as you feel your lips begin to burn. You guys see smoke start pouring up from the kiss as you're, it's almost like she's pulling you energy out of you almost. So you'll take half of that. So 11 necrotic damage.
Can I yank him away?
We can go ahead and roll initiative, but I am going to let Lon beforehand. But
do we want to take our break before combat?
We can do that. Let me do Alana's real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I was
you cast your divine sense, correct?
Yeah.
You feel that it sounds like a church bell in your ear. You feel nauseous, smell of rotten eggs, blinding, piercing sense behind your eyes. You sense the undead.
Great.
All right. Let's roll initiative, and then we'll get it all set up, and then we can. Okay. Who rolled higher than a 20 or 20 or higher? Anybody? 15 to 20?
20 here.
Okay. 10 to 15?
11.
Okay. 5 to 10?
A 9.
7.
9.
9 and okay. So Gideon, and then okay. Oh yeah, Philip.
First time that I've played like a character that has very little dex.
All right. Before we go on break, also Bungo, even though you can't, you're not really mad at her for this. You like it. So we can take our break.
All right.
You're gonna be trouble. You're gonna be trouble.
We'll be back in like 10 minutes. Vocals 1, vocals 2, and
Vocals
bam.
3.
There we go. Vocal screen.
Yeah. Right, welcome back. You guys had watched, debated on what to do as Gathon kind of was trying to kind of wave you off. Is telling you that don't come any closer. He does look scared. You would say like it's not, but he is playing away and he's. And then
we're learning this guy's not a true dick bag. Like he has some compassion.
So, in the water hits, and that's when she gets up in just a different, form almost like so. Exuding a different kind of
We're all
power
very
over you guys. And Bungo has been enthralled by her, even as she barely starts to drain his life forces. He kind of gets gaunt a little bit and burns his mouth. Says, "You wouldn't let your friends hurt me, would you?" So we'll get to whatever we'll do with that in a minute. And then I'm going to move you guys over. I think this is pretty accurate. Alana, I know that Gideon said he moved forward with Bungo. And I'm imagining Ren's back still kind of where you got 20 feet or so. You never said you were moving up there. Lana. So you can tell me if this is accurate when I move you guys over. So, and that will be, oops, no, wrong one. Don't look at that. There we go. All right. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing here?
You know my answer.
Yeah, I'll tell you. So I have you literally, there's like a little bit of deep that it's only about ankle deep and it's about 25 feet away, 30 feet away. Lana, so are you back there with Ren or are you up front with I guess with your personality, you probably would have dropped. But I don't want to speak for you. You seem assertive. Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, I have two mutes, so I have to unmute both. With this interaction, she was being a bit reserved because it was hinky. And then the water thing was weird, and I don't have like detect magic or anything like that. So other than the divine sense, she's like kind of got an idea of what she's working with, sort of, but I think everyone else moved before she could really devise a plan of her own action. But I think now she wants to get in there and do something.
So you would be back with Ren, I imagine.
Yeah,
yeah,
a little.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, thinking too much.
We are gonna start with Ren. Ren, you need to make a. Well, tell me what you're gonna do.
I mean, my buddy, I saw smoke coming off his lips, right?
Yeah, yep. And you are, like I said, there's some water, about 20 feet of water between you, but you can it's ankle deep. She is 40 feet away from you. You're kind of peering across as the Bungo and Gideon are a little bit in your way, but kind of blocking you from where you're at.
All right, I'm gonna quietly, I guess, not too quiet. It doesn't matter. They know we're here. I'm gonna sneak up about sneak. I keep using the wrong words. I'm going to walk
a sneak word.
10 feet up a bit, like I'm gonna get within 30 feet while I'm aiming, and
Okay.
I will take a bonus action to do so.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna try to fucking shoot her and not shoot Bungo.
Okay.
But mostly I'm trying to shoot her.
Yeah, just a little bit.
While not shooting Bungo.
Well, how much is it? No, I need to tell me how much. No,
all right.
I'm joking.
I'm sure. Should I roll a percentage die?
No, you don't. I'm messing with you. Go ahead. So that gives you advantage on your attack?
It does.
But I thought you couldn't move if you use that. Isn't that?
Oh, you might be right. Hold on. Let me check. Where the fuck do I find bonus action? Steady aim. Provided you haven't moved during. All right. Well, fuck that. Then it's just a boring old one. A boring old fashioned attack. You know,
Yeah,
the
that's
kind your
rough. Yeah, I
the
got
kind
you.
your daddy always told you about.
Does the steady aim stay up?
No, steady aim didn't even happen.
You can't move, and you can't move before or after. You basically sacrifice your movement and a bonus
Yeah.
action to get an advantage, which is a fair trade. But,
Which is awesome. But
yeah.
you know, so 12.
It
Was
shoots
12?
over
Oh, yes.
her head. She's like standing there, with her hand wrapped around Bungo's.
You know what?
Her eyes shoot up at you in this, you know, sly grin. You
I
notice
didn't
her
hit
eyes
Bungo.
are just like bright yellow.
I don't know.
Okay, so you have a bonus action still then, I think, and movement technically.
Yeah. I guess I want to head 10 feet back.
Okay. Gotcha.
Wait. All right. Can I get somewhere that I could hide?
Yeah.
Is there
Yeah.
cover?
Yeah, right where you
All
go
right,
ahead. Yep. There's a big rock.
I'm gonna head over there, and I'm gonna do rogue stuff. See, I mean, give me a sec, guys. Not real great at this rogue shit. Ooh, but 22 to hide.
Yeah, you disappear.
All right. I'm gonna do that thing where when you're sneaking around like for realsies and you don't want to get caught, and your breath is like.
Yep.
So I'm
Yeah,
just taking shallow breaths, slow as
Perfectly.
possible.
You perfectly, meld with the shadow of that rock. Hiding is always funny to me. I use it all the time, but it's just, if you really think about it, it's always dipping and diving.
It is.
You gotta have that survival instinct. So now you see that, Caitlin, and she has a hand on Bungo. She kind of looks over at Gideon. Like, hello, handsome. You wouldn't harm a lady if you could make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Okay.
It's gonna be hard.
Ooh, that's good.
Big party. That's why that's.
Wisdom save, you say? Oh, it's not. It's
Yeah.
19.
So you at first kind of get this tug of just like, I'm not gonna hurt, and then you're like, no, fuck this, and you shake it off, and as you do, you see she kind of eyes furrow, and you see that her mouth kind of opens a little wider, almost a little teeth come out. It looks like she just doesn't look. Before she was like, you're like, she looked like sweet Caitlin. Now that she almost looks like she's, as you denied her or turned her away, you see a little bit. She's like, fine, and you see her slobbering teeth. You see Caitlin's skin seems to be stretching.
She's possessed.
But she's also going to, or no, she's not. It's Bungo's turn. So Bungo, you're going to use your action to. You are charmed by her at this moment. You're going to get a saving throw at the end of your turn, but she's like, please, your friends are hurting me. You are not necessarily compelled to attack them, but you are compelled to hinder them in some way.
So I have to hinder them. I can't.
Or actively try to. Yeah. Doesn't necessarily say you have to, I'm not saying you have to necessarily. One way if you. But you feel like it's unfair they're attacking her. They're your friends, but because she's done anything, and so.
Yeah, and I can't take a neutral thing like healing myself.
No, you could heal her if she was hurt, or you feel compelled to protect this innocent little girl from, or young girl from.
Okay.
This is from the saving throw before. This wasn't like me just saying you have to.
Yeah, no.
You know that one time you used actual dice?
Yeah.
But you won't forget that.
He rolled an 8 when he did the actual dice. I specifically remembered
I am going to. I'm going to turn around to Gideon with my light crossbow, and I'm going to level it for my. Well, you threw me for a loop because I knew what spells I was going to.
Sorry. Yeah, I thought. Yeah, maybe we'll clear.
Oh, so where's a +4 or a disadvantage or a +0? So I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna brandish Captain Dragg's dagger at him, and I'm just gonna say, if you come for her, I'm gonna cut you. Hot Lips is mine, and it's a bonus action. Can I inspire them or no?
Inspire who?
Yeah, okay. That tells me
just think of it like Bungo is like protecting his niece, like, or his daughter, or his wife, young wife.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my action.
his young wife.
I'm gonna hold.
Well,
my
you know
action.
what I mean? Like they're that type of naivety.
I get it.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna shove Gideon, and I'm gonna say, "You need to back off, man."
Excellent. Give me a counter athletics. Both of you can give me an athletics roll to see.
You see the passion between us.
Such a good call.
It's a
God damn, but
19.
That's a 13. 13.
So it's not like you give him a shove and he he shoves him like at the upper thigh and he's like,
Get.
But you definitely tried to hinder him. Yeah, that was well played.
In the air.
Very clever halfling. So you can now make a wisdom saving throw. Also, as you look at her too, she's starting to look a little like notice yellow eyes. When Gideon refused her, even her advances, it's almost like she kind of you can see a little bit of her change. You almost feel a little bit, so you have advantage on the saving throws. You feel.
Well, the first roll was a 17.
Oh, well,
the second was a
12. So, and before you shake it off, and all of a sudden your lips hurt so bad because they were like blistered, burnt, and you look at her now, and same thing as you shake it off, you see her arms kind of grow and stretch. You hear like a bone snap as her arms get longer and her fingernails get longer. And she's like, you're like, whoa, what the? Why was I defending? Yeah,
I have this effect on a lot of women.
Yeah. So yeah, you are no longer That would be the end. So we are at who's that? Gideon.
So I'm gonna look down at Bungo after he pushes me and he comes to us. You back with us, little one? As I grab my glaive over top of him, and you see Bungo, you would see him there's open his mouth and a little bit of incantation comes out as he takes his glaive over and makes an attack. I'm casting Booming Blade on my glaive. I think I can do that. It's a melee weapon, so
Yep.
And I'm gonna make an attack at her with it,
Yeah.
Dude, I am not fucking shitting you. I'm getting lucky as fuck tonight.
What you get?
I got a natural 20.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Give me some of that.
He's got loaded dice.
I don't have loaded dice. This thing rolled like shit last weekend. It was the worst dice in the world. I actually put it in jail. So my glaive is sorry, I have not a D10. That's 4. You just double the die, So it'd be 4
No, I
goes.
usually have you roll. I like to roll twice because then,
roll
what if you roll a 1? Like,
Yep, that's fine.
I actually
rolled
used to
an
do you
8.
get max plus a roll,
I
which is
rolled.
also a good one for.
I rolled a 4 and an 8, so that's 12 plus 3 for 15, which is fucking dope for level 3. And then, do I get anything with Booming Blade, or is that's if you move?
It's when he moves,
Yep.
right? Does it have extra damage though, too? I don't think so, but
1d8.
But
It does 1d8. Says
on the initial hit.
You make you brandish a weapon used in a casting spell and make a melee attack against it with against one creature. I have to move around Bungo because it has to be within 5 feet.
Okay.
So I can't use my distance
Yeah,
for this.
roll
On
that,
a
you
hit,
get
the
to
target
double that die.
suffers the weapon's attack and becomes sheathed in the booming energy until the start of your next turn. If the target moves willingly 5 feet or more before the next turn, they take 1d8.
Okay.
And keep in mind, you've got reach with that. So
Yeah, but I can't reach with Booming Blade.
Oh,
it has to be
good
within
point.
5 feet.
Good
So
point.
here's the question: because I critted
That's a
on that,
great
if
point.
they move, do I get to?
No, if you would have done damage on this round, yes, but I'm not gonna. Like, I don't think.
I mean, hey, listen.
When
I
they move.
I can
No, I was
try.
gonna give you the 2d8. No, you gotta try.
So
That was a vicious attack. As that polearm comes down and just cleaves deep, like you right through the sternum into the lung. She falls to a knee. She's at this point. You see Caitlin's body is pretty well distorted as she's starting to, like, you know, show her true self. Whatever it seems to kind of be coming out of her. And that was a brutal attack. She still screams, "You pay for that worm."
I'm just gonna try to get in between like Bungo and her, and just be imposing and step in that moment. And actually, I think I'm gonna do this because I want her alive. I'm gonna use action surge.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to like shove and pin her.
Yeah. So it'd be like, yeah, you can definitely shove her to the ground. Yeah.
You know.
You want to grapple her and try to take her to the ground, or do you want to shove her to the ground? I don't know if you can.
This is my first fighter, so bear with me.
I think you want to shove her to the ground.
Yeah, I can grapple or shove. So.
Yeah, I guess you could grapple and then drop to the ground.
Yeah, that's kind of like like tackle or, you know.
Yeah. So what's a grapple attack? Is it athletics?
It is strength or dexterity. You get to choose which, and it is DC is 8 plus proficiency, which is 10, plus my strength, which is 3. So 13 is the DC.
Yeah, I rolled a 20, dirty 20.
All right, yeah.
So she see, as you grab her, you see she's wetter than she should be. She almost like slips out of your grasp. And it is, anything else? That was your action surge. Do you have bonus action you want to use?
I don't have any bonus action I want to use right now.
All right. Alana, you're up across the water.
Cool. You said this wasn't too deep, right?
Yeah, it's like ankle deep.
Is it normal movement or is it impeding?
It is, yeah. No, it's normal. It's literally like right where the water to dip down into. That's clearly how people get across most of the time. It's probably just a little high at the moment.
Okay. So she's gonna move up next to Bungo because I think that's my 30 foot. As much as I can move her. Can I grab?
If you're are you on the select Control S or click up here on the pointer to make sure you have a. Sometimes I go to like the measuring thing and forget to.
Right.
Go back.
There we go. And right there. Would you say that I'm in melee distance?
Yes, and she looks. Yeah, she looks much different than she does. In that, you get to see a lot more of her real side.
I'll say something really, really snooty like, "Oh, you really are hideous." With no vicious mockery because I don't have that. I'm rolling to hit with my long sword, and that is 21 to hit.
21 absolutely hits.
I'm also pulling a divine smite to
Yeah,
add
you
on
are.
to that.
Yeah, get on it with Paladin.
So then the sword damage itself is 8, and then
Okay.
the smite is 6. I rolled a
Okay.
1 on that on one of those, so
And you're using a weapon?
it's a long sword.
Yeah, so you run up and you find an opening as she's unprepared trying to fend Gideon off, and your longsword runs deep and then begins to radiate this radiant energy. She screams, ah! She turns and gaze falls on Alana. You can tell she's barely like you hurt her. Of course. You would be the one.
Don't touch my boys. In the feminine voice, of course.
Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Yeah, that's a good turn. Philip, he's brave. He charges in. Actually, he probably wouldn't be able to get to you, so he would dash to get to you.
Heal me, Philip.
You know me, I'm wounded gravely. Give me something quick.
She's got some
He'll
kind
come
of.
up, running up with he will rummage in and pull a potion out. I mean, he can't give it to you this round. He's like, if you're hurt, he's got a sword in one hand and a bottle in the other. He dashes up behind you.
My mouth.
Yeah, he's gonna. I mean, well, when it's your turn again, which will be soon, I imagine.
Bungo's got like street cred with the guard already. So awesome. So awesome.
He made an ally early on.
Yeah. That's great. That's good. Who's it? What's the
Ren's
bard
turn.
doing?
Oh, it's
Oh
tough.
yeah, you guys. Well, nobody's asked about Gathon.
I was gonna get to him.
Yeah. So no, that's a good point though, because I could have. He's running back this way. So he'd be about pretty close to Ren, actually, just coming up. Oh, thank God.
He just runs by all of us.
Thanks for taking care of that. Yeah, I mean, like, he's as he runs out, he's
Wait,
like, kill
right
it.
back. Like, do I? Because I was gonna like try to be like, hey, what's going on? And he just keeps.
Yeah,
going.
he's literally 10 feet away from you, and he's kind of running. He doesn't see you because you were hidden. You peek around, you see he's running.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, running the way you got. You gonna let him pass?
I mean,
That's fine. I just
I don't really. Do I have a reactionary attack?
No,
You know,
he's not. It's
like-
not his turn. It's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah. He's as far as he can get.
Guys,
You can shoot
I mean-
Gaston.
I could try, but he's fucking gassed out, and you know what that means.
Yeah.
I was gonna try to insightful fight him when he was on the other side of the river, stream, swampy area. Now I don't. I'm still hidden, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna try to take Gaston. I mean Gathon. Galthamule. Garathan.
You're gonna do what with him?
I'm gonna shoot him with a crossbow.
Yeah, you can definitely do that.
In the dick.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna call it, but if it goes well, it might hit his dick.
If you crit, you'll hit his dick.
Yeah, okay,
Shoot it right off. Nothing
thank-
but dick.
You can thank Todd for this. All right, so with advantage, here we goes. Ooh, good thing I had advantage. How's a 19.
Yeah, that hits, and that's a crit, or not a crit. I'm sorry, a sneak attack. I mean.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah. So all right, I'm gonna roll my usual, then the sneak it. Wow, fuck! How do I do this electronically?
I can roll like 6-sided for you. How many 6-sided you got?
Well, I
Unless
mean, I
it's
guess
simple for you. If you need
yeah.
help, I
So
guess in that way.
I just did 2d6 for my main damage
I was thinking, yeah,
for
that's 2d6.
that's an 11, and then what the f is my sneak attack right now is also 2d6. So wait, I'm gonna roll 46, right?
Yeah, you do your normal attack and then.
All right.
Crit, yep.
Just because of the crit stuff. Okay. 13. Oh, I got a 1 in there that offset him, but that's not terrible.
So 13 damage?
Yeah, 13 to the plus the 11.
Oh
Plus
shit. You shoot him straight through the neck. He spins around and falls to the ground. Slides.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
Jeff, you did. How many d6 do you get?
Oh, well, no. So I get my standard 1d6 plus my 4,
Yeah.
and then it was sneak attack, so I would then get 2d6. But
Yeah.
because rather than doubling the damage, Damien prefers to double the rolls and take.
Did you crit?
You know what I mean?
You 20'd?
Oh wait, no, because it was 19.
Okay, so the first damage was how much? 13?
It was 11.
Yeah.
11. Okay, so you shoot him deep into the hip, like it buckles him and he falls to the ground. That is, you can tell like you've nicked an artery. He's probably not going to bleed out in a second, but he's hurt. And he's like, okay.
The bone.
She's
All right.
trying to
And
save an NPC's life right now. As meta as I can.
Looks over at you.
At least he can't keep running, right?
Yeah,
like,
he definitely isn't. No, he's laying there.
I feel like we need to hold him accountable for what this was still, right?
Hey, nobody's saying anything about what you're doing. Everybody's in the heat of battle.
All right.
I love
This is my
Sound of the
internal
village.
thought.
Yeah,
This is
I
like
love
me
it.
turning to the camera and like time stops and I talk to viewers. And okay, I'm sorry. My Zach Morris moment is done.
Are you going to do any movement or anything? You're going to stay where you're at?
Well, let's see. That was just my action, right? Can I peek around and see what used to be Caitlin?
Yeah, there's 3 of, Bungo's not really in the way because he's short, but she's in combat basically with 3 of your friends.
Okay. I want to try insightful fighting on her.
Okay.
That is an insight versus her deception.
Rolled pretty good. Yeah. 16.
21.
Okay, you are going to get advantage on her for the next minute. Is that what it is?
That's tight. Is that what it is?
Something like that.
Holy-
Maybe there
Yeah,
might be a limit.
That's
Yeah,
exactly what it is for 1 minute, or until I use it on another creature.
Yeah.
So then it goes for a minute again. So, and a bonus action. Hooray, Inquisitive. However, I believe that's my turn. Like,
Okay.
I want to tuck back around cover, but
Yeah.
I can't mechanically hide.
I got you. Yep. You can still get cover. It is this thing's turn as it looks around in a panic after that stab to the side was just, you saw fear. She basically has left Caitlin's broken body behind as she dives out of it, trying to run for the water. You see, she's running for the water. As she moves out of Gideon's. If he still has a reaction, he can.
Nah, the booming blade goes off if she.
Oh shit! It does roll your 1d8. You would do it. Roll.
3 points of
Okay, yeah.
damage.
There's this booming sound in it. Right, this cuss of blood pouring out of her eye and her ear, like she is very, very hurt. So then Bungo, absolutely, you'd be next in line.
Will I get an attack of opportunity?
Absolutely, yeah. As she's running for the So she's dashing. It's real quick. She's only about 15 feet. She'll be in there in a half. But she has to run. She has to completely get out of your guys'.
So I'm just Dreg's dagger. A little
Okay.
stabby. Oh, an 18 on die.
That'll
The
do it.
0 plus 0 modifier. That doesn't make sense, actually. Why would it be a plus 0 modifier? Oh, because anyways, my strength's an 8, so a -1 mod plus the plus 1 there.
Yo, it's a dagger. Use your dex.
Nice dex.
Oh, okay. I just did it on. Anyways, it hits. It's an 18.
Yep. That does it.
I rolled a 1 on die for 4 damage.
So just as she's leaping for it, you jump up as she leaps and you dive at her, and she's like literally diving for, and your dagger just runs deep. Dreg's revenge runs deep as you slams into the ground right in front of the water and slides, and you twist it as you're laying on top of her. And she shudders.
Never kiss on the first date.
You give the quippy one-liner. Oh.
It's been invoked.
It's been, yeah. It starts, okay. No, I got a couple workshopping these. So you, absolutely, she's, that was a vital area of her body. As she sits there, you see she just slowly starts to kind of decompose and rot away. You do see that there's like a seashell necklace that's left behind as she just turns to dust that she was wearing, and her little rag and clothes that she had.
Do the clothes match the scarf?
No.
Oh.
I mean, not that. I don't know. Does the
scarf that we found in Corin's room?
Yes.
That's what
I
want.
love that you're just getting so much evidence around. No,
we are a walking crime.
Yeah, but hey, man, I'm fucking flying with this.
What the hell just happened? Holy shit.
Philip.
Gathon, you shot Gathon. He runs over. Okay, I'm sorry.
Quick,
she was gonna kill me. She was gonna kill me, okay?
Someone help me hold him down. I want to take care of him.
I'm sorry.
Bring the glaive up over.
I genuinely want to perform medicine upon him, but while this is happening, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's as you run over there, you notice immediately it's a hell of a shot. He's definitely not getting up. He needs medical attention, but he's not as fatally wounded. He's very hurt. He's really like screaming about it. You can tell he's very much he's not used to pain.
Okay.
No doubt it's no doubt painful, but he is screaming. You have to calm him down many times as he's, oh, please, oh God, I'll never walk again. But he is in his pain and his shock. Is saying, I'm sorry. She was gonna kill me. I didn't know what she was gonna do.
Someone asked the questions while I attempt.
Why were you singing about the morbid lady? Or morbid love.
I tell you, get me back to town to get.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to answer a couple more questions to get back to town, and I'll just lean over.
Your men of honor here. Your men of honor.
Well, honor.
Get me back to town for medical attention, and.
Look, I've got all the medical attention you need. Bungo, are you nearby?
Bungo is eyeballing that necklace. And
how close are you, Bungo?
What about Alana?
To him?
To me, and never mind. If you're far away, never mind.
Yeah.
I am going to.
Bungo's about 30 feet away from us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap the arrowhead or bolt head off. I'm assuming it's protruded. I'm hoping, and so that I can pull the fletching end out and cast Cure Wounds with the tap of a tiny staff.
Oh, just gently caress the hand.
He's like, grab onto my strong hand. You pull it. Yeah, you take care of him. You know, he's just screaming. Oh, and then when you heal it, he's like, oh, go ahead and give me a roll.
So this is where I'm a little weak on this because it's like, all right, get to
It's 1d8 plus 1 for the wand.
for cure
For every
wounds.
charge.
Oh wait, yeah, I can do it. I'm just gonna do one charge.
Okay.
All right. Does it give me anything? It just said cast. All right. What is it? 1d8 plus whatever it is.
+1. And remember, these weapons, they're like, they don't charge at dawn.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
this one, I didn't switch. I was waffling. I think I'm just gonna keep it.
All right.
5e actually. This one does like. I think we're just gonna go.
Okay. All right.
Just because I hadn't committed to it, and I don't have a way yet to like do the enchantments that seem like the recharging. So we're gonna do the recharge. Yeah, we'll do the recharge. Yeah, I know I said the other thing. Sorry.
One charge, 3 points.
So he definitely closed the wound, and he's still in a lot of pain. He's like, all right, come on, get me back to town, guys. I'll tell you whatever.
As soon as we're done clearing the scene, you'll get back.
Yep. I'm gonna keep an eye on him.
All right.
Bungo's gonna cast Identify on the seashell necklace. Not getting too close, not picking it up.
You don't have to touch it to do that.
Yeah, you have to touch it to do it.
What's the range on it?
Oh, golly.
I think Identify is touch.
It is touch. It's touch.
What about detect good and evil? Anyone got?
I don't know.
Well, I can't. I just heard about it once in a book.
I'm not touching that thing.
Philip's like, I'll get you back, Gathon. You got my word. We got to get him back. We can't just.
Hey, Philip, don't let him leave your sight if you're taking him back.
Yeah, I'm watching him, right? Philip.
He's like, but I want to know what happened.
We're gonna help him back in a minute, but he clearly opened up this evil.
Let's see
Gathon, if Gathon, if I pick up that necklace, am I going to turn into one of those things?
I have no idea.
Is he lying?
You can make an insight roll to see if he's lying.
When I make an insight roll and someone's lying, I get advantage.
Go for it.
Because
you're
I for fear. I for fear for deceit. Who knows what the fuck it is? No, it's not that. I'm sorry. I got a nat 20, so it's 26, but that's not what it is. It's whenever I make that roll, the lowest I can roll is a 7.
Gotcha. So you rolled a nat 20 though?
I did, but I also rolled a 15, and I understand if you want me to take the 15.
No, either way, you believe him. He looks like he's gonna he just wants to get back. He's willing to sing, let you know whatever. But he's also not dumb, and he's kind of wary of you guys, the outsiders. But he seems to be more. And Philip kind of making a deal with him, saying, "Yeah, we need to know what happened here."
All right. So Philip, we want to all come back together. We're going to come back with you. It's dark. Who knows what else is out here? We got 3 things we need to do. We need to get Gathon back to get healed. We need to make sure there's nothing around here, like search the scene or whatever. And then this is Caitlin's body, right? She's like her skinned out body is basically.
Yeah, it's all broken and it's hard to. Yeah, it's rough. It looks like it's just been kind of used and stretched and manipulated.
Try to get rid of the body and bring back her valuables, because I don't think any father would want to see that.
Okay, I'll take a quick look around. No one touched that necklace, though.
All right.
That's weird. I want to take a quick look around the scene, make sure that there's no valuables or clues or anything laying around.
You can
Gathon's harp.
He did leave his harp. He did drop his harp and run. He did. Actually, you would see his. You would see his backpack would still be sitting over there as well.
Oh, his?
Yeah, it's got a stylized G imprinted on the leather backpack.
You gotta go through it. You gotta. I'm watching him on the other side of the river.
If
And
I
he's
think I can do it without
still
him seeing
crying.
me, I'll paw through it.
You're gonna try to do it without him seeing you?
Without Gathon seeing me, yeah.
Yeah. So he's in excruciating pain. You can. I'd say you probably can do it pretty easily and distract him, and
Okay.
someone else speaks to him. And so you kind of rummage through it. You see there's a change of clothes and like some little like like a bathroom or like a grooming kit almost for a human, right? Like he's got his brush and his some weird cream in there, kind of stinks. Um, he's got a quill and a pen. Um, you also find a small bag, so you find some valuables. Actually, you would find a large sack of silver. You probably not going to count it right now, but there's about 200. And you also see a smaller bag, a well-worn bag, kind of pop. And there's a journal as well. You pop that little small bag open, and you see that there's some like silver rings, a gaudy looking ring. You see um, there's uh, a bracelet, a silver bracelet, and it's got an Elven script written on it. Who speaks Elven? Gideon, and is that it?
No,
I know Gideon does.
High elf.
Okay. So you see that it's something. It's basically like what would you call those? An ID bracelet, right? Fancy, and it's got Quarian's family's name on it. This would be something. Uh, it's made of silver and kind of So you see that. You see a couple of silver rings, some that remind you a little bit of Hammerfell's. One gaudy one and one silver one. Yeah.
I would call. This is evidence. This is not loot. This is evidence. Okay. I'm just gonna. Philip, you come over here and check this out with me. I'm not gonna take anything out of the bag. And that necklace, I was just gonna say we can't let someone stumble on this. Can I pick it up with like a stick or something, or like a
Yeah, you can certainly do that. Yep.
Yeah, and we bring this back to Mistweaver. Have him take a look at it.
Can we wrap it up?
Yeah, use some of Gathon's spare clothes that were in the bag.
Gathon, I'm gonna use some of your clothes to wrap up this evil relic.
Wrap it up in like his underpants.
Yeah. I don't know. I just want to put it. I don't want to touch it. I'm keeping it on the stick.
Okay, keep it on the stick then.
Keep it on the stick. You walking the whole way back with it.
Yeah, the whole way back.
That's hilarious.
Like a hobo stick, like a.
Oh, it didn't slide down and hit my back.
Oh yeah.
Philip's like wise words once again, Bungo. When you kind of convinced him that you guys should preserve the crime scene, right? He's got a little ahead of himself. He's been bored and hasn't, wise words again. And
I'm happy you were with that potion of healing.
Yeah, he gives it to you, by the way. Yeah, he would have given you the moment he had. But he probably forgot. Oh, it's been so long since I've had any action.
I just put it in my bag. I don't take it. I just like pretend to mouth it.
He doesn't even notice, like he doesn't, or at least doesn't show that he knows. He knows Bungo. Oh, him and Bungo. It's like each other for a day. He does seem to appreciate that. And he's like, yeah. Gathon's like, please, all right, let's get out of here, please.
All right.
He's gonna have to help walk me out. I can't.
I'll pick him up, and firemen carry him.
As you go to throw him up, Philip's like, wait, how? Don't you want to know why he's? We got to figure this out before he gets back. What were you doing? This is Caitlin. How are we going to talk to Morgan? This is Philip talking. Now, put him down on the ground.
I figured at the feet of Caitlin's father. What was it, Morgan?
Morgan,
And
yeah, he's
then
probably dead. No, he's so old, he probably died. No, I'm joking. No,
I mean,
he was an old man though.
Philip, look what we found in the bag. I'm just gonna say.
Oh, okay, look.
where's his wound?
It's on his hip.
His
Some
hip?
pretty
I'll
brutal,
just
like,
put my
yeah.
foot right on the hip. And
Okay, I'm telling you.
yeah.
I just feel that.
Okay. You're right. Listen, okay, I'm out here. I'm playing my harp. I like the sounds. A week or two ago, and the water started talking to me. Came out. You saw her originally. Like, she didn't look like this, and she was gonna kill me. Okay, yeah, but I had so I made a deal with her. Yeah, okay, but come on, it was my life. I don't.
You go around making
All
deals with everyone?
What kind of deal, though? I want to know more.
Looks
Like,
around a little bit, like he's kind of hesitant.
Foot into the hip.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay. Look, this thing, whatever it is, couldn't go far from the water unless it, took control of somebody. So I brought somebody, and yeah. Okay.
You brought Caitlin here?
Well, she came on her. I asked her to.
Alana had her hand up.
Yeah, I know.
I did.
All right.
While all that's happening, she's gonna inspect the body of the creature.
Yeah.
She's thinking about stuff, and with her training and things, she's trying to think about what it is, because seems undead, but looks more like something else that she's seen possibly in a book.
Give me a history or even Arcana,
Okay.
or religion rather. Yeah, history or religion, I think. And yeah.
All right, I got a 14.
So you have heard of creatures that can be tied to certain things, and this body just kind of disintegrated somewhat quickly, but you got a good look at it, very good look at it. You're right up in its face. It's reeked of kind of dead seaweed once you fully saw, but so you could absolutely, you've heard of those, but that's it probably needed to get back to the water, and that's why I was going for it, and also maybe why Caitlin was seen in town, and Caitlin was seen in town and did this stuff, um, but it came back here, right? And it came back out of the water.
Mm-hmm.
So you've heard of them. Maybe they could even possessing someone. Um, maybe they still need to get back in, like, to where they're bound to for some period of time.
Caitlin's
Did you say?
body,
Did you say
Water
the name of it?
spirits, even, and he is a
Mute
word to
out a
use.
little bit.
Water spirits would be like another term, like evil or malevolent. Water spirits is one way of looking at what this thing might be. Oh, we lost Flash.
Flash is
No,
froze.
that's weird.
Someone get him. Oh,
He's back.
too quick for my snipping sketch.
Yeah, shot around. Shot around. Came back the other side. Water. Well, the water spirit is a word that could be used. Either malevolent. Is one way of describing it. So what you think you see here, and with all the way that music played and reverberated in this water right here, I mean, surely it was only a matter of time before it drew something's attention, if it was in here. So, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna pull some rope out and kneel down by Gaston's hip, just try to fashion a bandage, and look at him and be like, so as I'm fashioning it, so what about What about Hammerfell? What about Corin? Is that you too? Did you lure them out here? Or do you stuff them somewhere? And I'm gonna start.
Oh, no!
It needs to be tight, sorry.
It was this thing using Caitlin.
You're telling me
Ah,
she the little girl, the lady back there put them there and you knew about it.
well, yeah. Look, she was gonna kill me. What do you want me to do?
I want to be running a general is he lying check the whole time.
Yeah.
But
So you have no. He's been spilling his guts. So far,
that's what I
digging his foot in and all like telling you everything that you know. He definitely you don't see any reason that he's lying at this point. He just wants to get back to the village, get healed, you know, or get looked at rather. You don't know what I mean. And yeah, he's not used to this. He's probably never been injured like this in his entire life. Um, but yeah. So he you know he's like she wasn't. She wore Caitlin like a. There was a moment there like they had to come back to the water. So you know that's why Caitlin's out here now.
Can Bungo look towards the water? I'd like to look around the water to see like if this thing came from the water. Did it have like a little layer or treasure trove or like?
Yeah, you can investigate that area. Go ahead and make an investigation. Like basically, yeah, see if there's like a little layer or something.
I'm gonna
18.
18.
19?
18.
18. No, you don't see anything like that. Yeah, no layers. Yeah.
Phil, do you feel like you got what you need to go back to town now?
Yeah, yeah. Definitely.
Okay. Gathon, let's get you to a healer. Get you right. You're brave, very brave telling us about this stuff.
Thank you, thank you.
Pick him up.
As you guys carry him back, you know, he's get him to town, he finally flag down some other guard. Get the doctor and grab the mayor. He was gonna want to see his you know, make sure he's informed. You know, he's like, "What's going on?" Philip obviously goes ahead of you guys and kind of gives a briefing before you guys get out there. He, you know, you mentioned the trees to him and stuff as you pointed out, and the bodies start to show up as this kind of story starts to unfold. As the town kind of awakens, you see the innkeeper's like, "All right, hey, nothing's getting sick tonight. Let's get him healed up." Philip, but you know, Philip's got this taken care of. Everyone go back to bed. We're glad Gaston's back too, and we'll get to the bottom of pouring out of the town. As you guys are everybody kind of ushered back, you know, but there's still people milling around. Gaston. Now you got me saying it. Dang it. Thinly veiled Gaston. Gaston, you know, was whisked away to get looked at by their healer. And, you know, you guys are offered a room at the end as
complimentary.
You guys met, yeah, because you know, he's like you clearly, you know, they to you at the very least, Gathon's life, and then you know, as of right now, everybody seems to really like Gathon, so you guys are able to kind of go get some rest and the much needed rest, so you can definitely have you know a drink or go you know and things like that. But you know that the very least nothing's going to be resolved till the morning. But you're clear with Philip, with again bringing Philip along, which was great. Really kind of helps you come back in. You know, some people may be a little suspicious still, but he was able to smooth things over in that way.
Smart move, Bungo.
Bungo definitely he kept a lot of the valuables.
Well,
I want my eyes on that journal.
I was just gonna say to Philip, Philip, what do you want to do with this bag with these rings and this 100 silver coins?
Oh yeah, we're gonna we're gonna have to look. You take the 100 silver coins. We're gonna take the bag as evidence.
Okay.
I would normally let.
Because there was 200, but I already took 100.
Nice, very nice, very nice. Yeah. I love it.
Would you mind if I thumb through the journal real quick?
Sorry, it's evidence. You'd have to. I don't. Kind of looking at you. I don't know if you guys necessarily. You did help with it.
Our hearts are in the right place.
I just need a few minutes. I just want to make sure nothing sticks out. I'm just going to skim through it as quick as I possibly can.
All right. Look, I'm going to come get this first thing in the morning.
Oh, that
take a look at it. Okay, don't say anything.
And I'll tell you what, if I find anything out, when I hand it back to you, I'll give you a couple heads up on what page you start with, okay?
Okay.
That's a promise.
Before we depart from Philip, I just want to have a second where I acknowledge him in like a serious moment. You know, like I appreciate this.
Absolutely, you guys did a lot for us. You know, poor Caitlin. Morgan's, however, is devastated. I mean, it doesn't take long for him to hear that Caitlin's. Where is she? I gotta see. Where is her body? She's dead.
Give her the scarf.
Yeah, I'll give him the scarf.
Yeah, this is her scarf. This is. But I have to lay her bones to rest, her body to rest.
I don't know if that's something you're prepared to see right now. Let's take
bad omen to leave. Can't leave the dead unburied. How's her soul gonna pass on? If she's really gone, he looks bad. Like he's breathing heavy. Like this is taking a massive physical toll.
Are we like this is something he's adamant on? Like
yeah, I mean he wants to bury his daughter for sure.
Okay. Well, let's grab some extra bed sheets from the inn before we go back there and grab the body, so he doesn't have to witness that.
Yeah.
You know, and just try to make it as easy as we can for a grieving father. You know.
When you guys get back to the Standing Stones, you don't see her body or what's left of her body there.
I was in on this. Like this pulled at my heartstrings. There's no way we're gonna leave the guy hanging.
Yeah.
Right. We thought about doing it anyways, and
I just didn't want him to see his daughter in that form, so that's what I was thinking. But if he's if it's a family thing or some part of his beliefs, let's just make it as decent as we can make it. I think, right?
So when you get there, and that's your conversation you're having, you notice left of her. You just hear the kind of echoing water rushing by, coming off those standing stones. As you look around, you don't see like a dress, or you're like, I know it is right here, right? Like
and it's gone.
An hour ago, or however, maybe 2 hours with all the people coming out. A couple hours ago, yeah.
Body's gone.
The body.
See, Morgan's distraught.
Oh, we took him with us? Oh, shit.
Yeah, he would go. He's like
Stu, we buried her over here.
Give me a deception.
Right here, right at the spot.
No. I'm not going to say that. I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were. I mean, it was like, I was like, that is either the kindest thing or the most evil thing I've ever heard. But I love that combination. So, but he's like, distraught. Where? I thought you said she was here. I have nothing left.
Bungo, you're pointing to the spot, right? Because I'm going to back Bungo up and be like, yeah, it was right here, and we wanted an appropriate marker for her.
Right? An appropriate marker.
Like a stone or something that might be personal.
Oh. Yeah, give me a persuasion or a deception check, rather. And so can Ren. Both of you can.
Either way.
You're gonna help. Okay, so you're gonna help, but Yeah, you can help. You can do advantage. You can help with that because you
Grab
were helping
that
him.
Is there a stone around that like Alana and I could pick up and move over to this?
You
Like,
certainly could, yeah.
if this
Okay.
is what we're doing.
Oh, you got
I'm going deception and persuasion are the same modifiers.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
give me a roll.
you get to tell me what it is.
Advantage.
Oh, okay. The first one's a dirty 20, and the second one is a 19. All right, so dirty 20.
You guys are able, he wants to believe that the body's not lost, so you kind of, convince this grieving father that you buried the child, which is, again, not necessarily the wrong move, right? That's perfectly morally great that I love so much. It might even be the right thing to do. But he wholeheartedly believes it. Well, thank you. He does. You see he's still distraught, but you see a look of kind of a little bit of relief come over him as he's, thank you. I understand that you didn't want me to see it. Thank you.
Yeah.
I come out here every day of my life.
Well, just be
Oh
safe.
shit. Yeah, I mean, don't get too close to the water. All right.
It's always gotta close it. Not always in the dry season.
Okay.
So
Go back to
Good
our
talk,
room.
Morgan.
in a move that could be debated amongst nerds for all time, that was you guys make a decision that I love, and the old man seems somewhat relieved as you guys go back and kind of take in the day.
I'm concerned we might be future murdering him by his own
Yeah,
like
I'm
undead.
I'm feeling
Dangerous
that
idea.
that
You know what I mean?
the
Like,
guilt
obviously,
of that.
I'm like the depth of our white lie. Like we just didn't want to hurt his feelings. We wanted to make it
Skinwalker
easy.
Ranch.
And then we send him to his undead daughter's dark embrace, dark water embrace, whatever it is. Anyways, that's what we're gonna talk about on the way back.
Yeah, that's exactly what you talk about.
Not in front of him.
Yeah. And it's go pretty wild, and so you guys can take a long rest or do something before that. But early in the morning, regardless, Philip's going to be coming as soon, as just as the sun rises to get the evidence.
The only other thing I'd want to do is the seashell necklace to take it to Brimborg, just to be like, hey, this might be cursed. I don't know. I'm afraid to touch it to
It's
identify.
cursed. Ugh, get it away. Say it's cursed.
I gave you the toad. You owe me.
He's got wings, his big chubby sausage fingers in the air, and throws a little dust. Oh, I don't think it's cursed. I think it's magical for sure. I don't
Okay.
see any reason. It seems to be abjuration
All right, I'll pick it up and identify
or
it.
transmutation. No, I'm sorry. Is it transmutate? Yeah.
I'll pick it up and identify it.
It is so it doesn't have a name necessarily, but it is like you can tell it was made by it's like homemade, but it seems to be kind of infused with the magic of the waters, and it grants water breathing, like a ring of water breathing. But it's a necklace. It's kind of the dirty seashells with the, you know,
Okay.
what do they call that? Whatever
Mother
it
of
is.
pearl.
Yeah, something along those lines. But it is allows that. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is this lovely looking shell necklace. Looks like it allows you to breathe underwater. I feel like I'm taking a lot of stuff, so
I'd say we should give it to the father, but that would be a waste. So I think we should probably
shouldn't go near that water.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's gonna hurt him. But either way, I don't know if this necklace would do him any help.
Not my style.
Whereas it might help us someday in the future. I don't want it. It looks like it smells.
Yeah. Maybe you hold on to it, Bungo.
I toss it to Alana. I'm just too weirded out.
Now.
It was around a dead thing. Oh yes, jewelry and skip.
Did you at least clean it off?
I don't have a spell for that.
Shells are good enough. I pocket it.
Okay. Seashell necklace of water breathing. There you go. Save my life.
I'm definitely gonna study the diary as best I can before I crash. I don't
definitely. Give me like an insight or investigation.
I'm gonna go insight. 17.
So you get the look that he's a very vain, and that he has a very, very, very good relationship with the mayor. They grew up together. He talks a lot about his friendship with the mayor and how much the mayor's kind of doted on him and gives him, takes care of him in that way. You get the feeling though that Gathon's aware of that to some degree, like that relationship. But he speaks kindly of the mayor. But towards the end, though, some of the last pages, you do see that he writes in his journal about how terrified he was when that creature came upon, kind of confirming what he was saying about how he was playing and the thing happened upon him. Exactly like he says, he talked about how before it could kill me, I talked her into making a deal. She said she needed a small, or a person, a woman, to get away from the water for a while. But I had to make the deal. I was terrified. And then the last page you see is like, I could see myself making a little bit of money from this. She came back, tossed me a few jewelry or some of the rings. Maybe this isn't such a bad setup. You get the feeling that he's exactly what you thought he was.
At least an accomplice, to murder. He knew it was happening, encouraged it, wanted to profit from it. We've got that much, but I still get the weird vibe that maybe the murderer's still out there and slipped through our fingers. I mean, where'd the bones go? And like, what should we have done? Like, what did we do wrong? Like, should we have burned them or like chopped them up?
You mean like?
Are you asking me? Are you talking to the group?
I'm talking to the group.
Oh, okay.
I never seen this happen before, so I'm afraid I have nothing to pull upon. Usually when you kill things, at least in my background, they die. And they're there the next day, unless wolves or another animal takes it away, which they said was around, but we didn't.
It looked so clean.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing.
Something's happening here. Something is different. What do you guys think?
I mean, even if we go to turn Gathon in, we've got this journal for proof, but we don't have.
But he's so connected with the mayor that if the mayor pulls strings for him, then he gets off. So, I mean, would you trust this information with Philip? I mean,
what was the journal had the incriminating information? Okay, but Philip already heard it too. The guy might.
I mean, he didn't see like this. He hasn't seen this part of the journal yet. You know what I mean?
No, he did hear Gaston kind of admit to it, but he hasn't heard any details or read any journal.
And I feel like Philip's a really good guy, but
He does know that he had some of the jewelry of the victims, the dead people, on him.
Okay, that's
So he
good.
does know that because he told him.
Yeah, I'm worried that he doesn't have the pull that might be needed in this situation. That's I,
I mean, we're not the judge and jury in this case. We turned him over. We've done our part. We found the victims and provided an explanation.
that's a very good point, Bungo.
We can,
Case wrapped.
yeah. I mean, the townspeople and mayor will they'll take whatever justice that they want, and you know, Gathon knows the truth. He knows that we know the truth, and so you know,
Maybe maybe before we head out of town, we remind him of that. Also, Bungo, good job. Your eyes are going to be very, very handy in this journey. How are we looking for our trip now? You think we can venture off with the silver that we have collected as a group? I forget how much it was.
yeah. So we each have 45
Yeah,
silver that we picked up
but how
between the
much
two. Yeah.
did we get to get this journey going? I want.
So we were getting paid, remember, as caravan guards, and so we would have had whatever little meager salary plus the room and board on the trip, and then that all fell apart. Like we probably didn't get paid out at the end or anything
Right.
like that because the boat went to hell. So we're a few days away from some outpost
And how much were
at which
the
point
boats? Like I guess that was did we figure
we didn't
we didn't go that far. Okay.
we need places. No, so we can either hop on with a caravan going there maybe, or pay someone to guide us. But I can't imagine. Well, I don't know. Like our money wasn't good, right? Our gold and our silver
That's
wasn't
that,
good here before,
that's true.
so I don't know. We could ask in the morning.
Yeah.
When we talk to Philip, we can ask him if there's how much it would cost to get from A to B. Um, and then Philip might reveal. Philip might have a reason for us to stay here longer. I mean, I'm sure we're all itching to get out of here, but you know, definitely we don't know either. Like you guys were saying, if this was a one-off or if this was a bigger problem around here.
And that's the last we heard about the water demon witch. And so then we just took off, I guess. So we went to the next.
So you guys, talking early in the morning, really didn't get any. As you guys are all discussing this book and stuff, as you hear the knock on your doors, the sun starts. Philip, hey, it's me, Philip.
Long rest, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. You can. Yes. Even though technically, yeah, narrative-wise, yes, you can have a real long because you've earned it.
Gotta get my hit points back.
Yeah. That's the last kind thing I'll do. Prepare for
You used it up. It's stupid.
Session
Took it
4.
from me. Caught me off guard. No. Yeah, he's knocking. Are you guys gonna let him in?
Yeah. Let him in.
We got.
See, he's got kind of a long look on his face. You got the book. I gotta take it back.
What's up? Tired?
Yeah, I'm tired, that's for sure. But look, it looks like Captain and the mayor don't think there's really a lot of it here.
Well, then you'll be happy to know that there's plenty in this. So I hand him the book, but I'm also going to thumb to a few spots.
He's like, he half-heartedly looked at it. He's like, I don't think it's going to matter much. But I'll take it in.
Wait a minute,
So,
then.
How's Gathon healing up?
He's right as rain. some of their doctor. I'm sure the mayor helped in some way. But hey, fellas, thanks a lot for helping out and
Are you
We
all
hope
right,
this didn't
man?
put you.
it's just sucks. I heard something Gathon to get off that easy, but
Yeah.
my orders are orders.
Yeah. I don't know how long you've been a part of this guard. I've done something similar, and you'll run into this. Just
Yeah,
don't let it change who you are. Because
you know what? You're right.
what I see is someone that's capable. We can find a way to get this done. It just might take time and
Chase the
smarts.
books. I appreciate that. I do. It's all right. It's the way of things. I understand. But it was as always, Bungo. I'll have to take you up. I'm going getting some sleep, but take you up on that drink soon.
Hey,
Thanks a
I
lot, guys. I
I,
appreciate it.
if
I always find
Um,
it
if we're looking to hitch a ride,
hmm.
what's that like? Is there a
Don't get a
way?
lot of wagons and travel between here and the outpost lately. Every couple months you could hang out, or it's only a few days travel. There are a lot of wild animals. You will get some bandits every. It's safe enough. You can also travel yourself, or you can wait for some supplies. But as you can see, things don't really move around a lot around here. But he's like, when you go uh, ferry, and basically the whole outpost is ran by Benjamin, Ben. You can call him Ben. Ben Dabbler. He's a good. He's a friend. I call him. I don't know, a good friend, but I know him. I guess we're friendly.
All right, I'm gonna
so
look to
friend to
Bungo and
Phil.
be like, not hopefully not like Captain Drek friendly. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever it was that tried to kill us at the end before we ended up here.
Captain Drag.
Yeah, Drag, the guy that was a man of his honor.
Yeah. Um. Well, Phil, I don't think we're gonna wait around for 2 months for a caravan to come through. We've got pressing business down in Carthalon. Or, uh,
You're going to the capital. You could take the. I would go. The outpost is going to take you. You might have to wait there a few days. You see, Ben. He's a bit of a farmer as well. The supplies go in and out, but you'll probably could get to the if you're lucky or the it's favorable traveling conditions, you could probably get there in like 6 days, 7 days. That's including the walk to the outpost and getting on the boat and going down. Um, you can also walk through the woods. There's a few towns along the way. It's a little bit more dangerous. There are some bigger creatures. Some large dire wolves that roam those woods. I suggest going way of the water, but
I've heard you mention bandits a couple times. You have serious problems with that?
oh, I wouldn't call it serious. Just desperate men
I
ganging
guess.
up usually. Every now and then we'll might get like a better organized criminal outfit, but usually just people falling on hard times, doing things they wouldn't normally do.
anywhere we'd go here to stock up on supplies if we were walking the road.
Of course. Yeah. What do you like? What kind of supplies are you looking for?
Oh, like
Like just general
anything,
goods?
anything from rations to healing potions.
Yeah. So you got the general store over at old Richard. He's a good guy. He runs that. There's of course the blacksmith Horace. If you're looking for weapons or armor to be, he doesn't do a lot of that anymore. Every now and then do quite a bit. Does a lot of plows and horseshoes now, but I'm sure if you needed something in that end.
And we met Brimbor, Mistweaver. He's He probably the only magic user you got around here, I'm guessing.
Yeah, if you call what he does magic, I suppose. Yeah, I don't trust that little man.
All right. All right, so we're not going to make a decision right now, I don't think, but we'll let you know before we head out one way or the other, and I'm sure we'll run into Gathon in town, and what do you think? Should we go hit up the mayor for a reward?
I mean, you saved his life.
Save Gathon's life.
Yeah.
That's right. We should hit up Gathon for a reward. I don't know if he's got anything left, but
I mean, what do you guys want to do? It might be a good opportunity to read the mayor if we go hit him up for a reward.
we haven't talked to him, right? I haven't really talked to him at all.
No, you haven't interacted.
He was in the
let's talk to him, see what we can find, and then just burn this town, head to the capital.
Okay.
And then we'll come back, maybe. Who knows?
All right.
I'm in agreement.
Anyone else?
All right. So what are you guys gonna do?
As at our way out of the Rosy Red Inn, I'm gonna stop at the barkeep, and I wanna set Philip up with ale for a little bit. Like, what's the going rate? Like, what can get him drinking for a couple nights?
If you gave him 10 silver, he could drink for a couple nights on that. You could do less. 5 would be like, it's probably like a silver piece a piece.
Okay. 5 real silvers. What was the exchange rate on our crummy
2 to 1.
silver? 3 to 1.
2 to 1.
All right, 2 to 1. All right, so I'm gonna give him 10 crummy silvers, 10 OG silvers to set him up for a night of drinks. And then I'll go
All right. Sorry.
I'll go wherever else anyone else wants to go.
Yeah, you guys need you could go if you need supplies. You could hit up the.
I got some plain old chainmail I've been lumping around that we could sell.
You could.
Yeah. Let's go to
that blacksmith. Do you think he'd be interested? I'm sorry, what was that, Bungo?
Oh, I was just gonna say, you guys want to go to the stores?
Yeah.
Yeah. Blacksmith first, Jeff?
Oh, you boys want to finally go shopping now, huh?
Yeah.
So as you head to the blacksmith, that what you guys landed on?
Yeah, I mean, blacksmith first. Come on.
He's up and even early in the morning working away. He's, you see a bearded half elf. Looks like he's in his half elves live a little longer. You don't know, but he looks like a human who's like early 50s, but in decent shape. Hammering away, kind of looks over, takes a double. Oh, can I help you, fellas, with anything?
Well, I'd love to see what kind of wares you got around here, and I'm also wondering if you got any interest in this chainmail. It's in decent condition.
Well, you don't get a lot of a lot of people coming in for armor anymore, but and I sell mostly farm equipment and things like that. But if you're looking to spend a little silver or do a little trade, and I do have something from back in my younger days. He walks over and he pulls out this bronze. It's a kite shield, but it's a bronze. And he pulls it out and kind of shiny. He's like, again, I don't know. Next time I'll have someone who maybe can afford it, but Zero's extra strong, damn near unbreakable.
What's a thing like that run?
I was asking 500 silver for it. It's a shield +1.
Trading the chainmail. Straight up.
I think he's probably gonna want some silver on top of it, but yeah, I mean, well, let's start. Let's see.
What about this? And I give a second set of chainmail.
Yeah. Two big honking sets of chain.
All right, I will take 200 silver and the 2 chain.
All right, let's see what we got here.
I have gold from home, but
Yeah, they think that they kind of don't see it as very valuable.
yeah, they don't really.
All right. I have 45 electrum.
Same.
That I could throw. So there's no way. And then we're gonna be back to that situation where we don't have enough money to travel.
Yeah. And this is worthless to you, as in you don't want to buy it from us.
What, the chainmail?
Yes.
No, he took. No. He's
Yeah,
like, look, all right.
if we don't want the shield.
Look, final offer. I'm not going any lower. Can't let it go for any more than both the chainmail and 100 silver coins.
How many coins would you just give us for the
Silver
chain?
roses is what he called them, actually.
Yeah. So he'll give us 100 for both the chainmails.
No, that's for the shield. A trade. I thought you were trying to trade. Like he was asking
we
for
are.
100 for
We
the
are.
shield.
Sorry. No. What's for the shield? 100.
Yes, he'll take.
Yeah.
You can get the shield for both sets of chainmail and 100 silver roses.
I think we can put that.
Oh,
together.
I thought you said 200.
And he did, but he's like, you guys are kind of deciding if you got it. And he
He
does realize that there's not very many opportunities for some people to come in who are going to have the money that it's worth.
Yeah.
So he's kind of willing to, but.
Gotcha.
All right. Before we go through with it, Alana, are you a shield bearer? Yeah, because Gideon,
No.
you're not.
No.
Okay. So all right. So we'll do some quick math, but for now, just assume I'll throw my 45 at it.
I will
and then
put money. I'll put you said 45. I'll put 22. I'll put half mine towards it.
I had so what are you up to then? You're 67?
7-ish. And then so like Alana, do you have?
Yeah, I have 45 right now, so I can.
So I have more of the old silver.
So you got it. So that's 90 and 15 or 10 from.
Yeah, we only need. If you've got 33, Alana, then that should even us out.
We just go 3-way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
I think I understand the value of you having this from a defense point. So yeah. I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I could offer up the shield I have now.
Yeah, he'll take 10 less.
Oh,
So
you don't use it?
You could do better.
20 less.
Oh,
you 80. Yeah.
Just some sort of charm or whatever with being the only girl in the room.
Yeah.
You chip in 13. Gideon, you and I stay at what we were at.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
We'll figure it all out.
Doesn't
matter.
Good voice. Oh yeah, it's light, flexible, and feels sturdy. It's a +1 shield. You can add that. Yeah.
Good. I feel good about this, even though I'm walking around with no silver roses.
Right.
Come on. Look how quick we made that before. We'll do it again.
Horse, you got any horseshoes?
Yeah.
How much those run?
Yeah, set for a good set for 2 silver pieces. That'd be 4 horseshoes for 2 silver.
Oh shit! You know what? I forgot. I gotta go buy a horse first. I'll come back later.
Gotcha. You're gonna
I
need
was
these shoes
wondering,
anyways, and when you come back, guess what? You're still gonna buy them, but you're gonna
You got
be, you know,
right. You got size
what?
them. I don't know if I'm gonna get like
Oh
a
yeah,
pony.
damn it.
double it.
All right. He's just a salesman.
Wow,
trying
I like
to- Get one over on the halfling.
I'll come back.
All right.
Does anyone need to go anywhere else? I legit don't have.
General
Much.
store, man.
Yeah, we
All
just
right.
gotta go buy some
Some
rations for the trip.
supples.
I was just gonna say, I only got 1 day's of rations. I just got like some
I
beef
got-
jerky and
You're right. I got like 3.
raisins left.
As
Yeah,
you
me too.
guys make your way to the general store, it's one of the few buildings that seems to have somewhat of a pretty decent upkeep. Not that the others are derelict, but it's just like people just have kind of given up or probably don't have the it's just bad time for the town. But this one seems to be in okay shape. It's got an upper story story that oftentimes would have like a room or maybe it lives up there. But as you walk in, you see a younger man, younger than probably in his early 30s. He's behind the counter. There's some jars with dry goods and flour and rope and. Thought you guys might come on through. New in town, oftentimes they come in wanting refill. We've got a decent selection.
Man's got to eat.
Yeah.
Man does have to eat. That is that is true.
What do you got? What do you got back there behind the counter for us, there,
But
Richard?
This is salt from the Farsi now. I got some candy. Don't get a lot of that in.
You got rations back there for the
Yeah,
road?
oh yeah. What are you looking for? I got some hardtack bread, beef jerky.
I'll take some jerky.
You
got to get hardtack if you're gonna get jerky. You got to mix.
You make it into a
Your body can't just.
Yeah,
have
well, exactly. Or you get a little bit of flour you take with you, put a little water in there, make a little gravy.
yeah.
how it's
Dip
done.
that hardtack in that dry jerky.
I mean, you got to dip.
That's what
hardtack-
Richard's saying as he's selling you guys some gravy or some flour rather. You need a little pan to cook that in here. Gotta get you a nice setup for each of you probably a week for I don't know, 2 silver pieces.
Each?
2 silver pieces.
No,
Total.
total.
Total?
Yeah, if it's just jerky and bread and stuff and like traveling food
I'll-
for the most part rations.
Yeah. I'll take that. I'll pay for the
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, you guys paid for the shield. Let me pay for
Okay.
jerky for the group here. I got some
You ate fish hooks?
silver from before.
Yeah.
Can we get some fish hooks? Throw some
Sure.
fish hooks in there, Bungo.
You have any sharpening stones?
Whetstones, yeah, they come in your rations pack.
Okay.
He says that he
Oh.
gets around for you. A little stone for you. That's free of charge. Tell your friends. It's got a symbol on the side of it. No, but he takes care of you. He seems to be a really proficient general store. He knows where everything's at. Seen it before. He appears to be half elf as well.
Just imagining his little emblem being like a rose with a thumbs up in the middle, general trading.
That'd be awesome.
You got any unique items here, or are you pretty much like just standard outfit for the road?
Yeah, just general goods. Just the goods that are generally needed. Nothing
What
too.
about spices? You got any pepper?
I got a little bit. We don't get a lot of spice around here. It doesn't necessarily grow well, but I got a few peppers.
Yeah. What about black pepper?
Yeah, I think I might can scrounge up
Brown,
some.
black pepper. Yeah, all right. I'll take a little of that. If you got any of that, any kind of salt, doesn't matter the kind.
No salt. No. He's got salt. He's like the hard no on the salt. No, he brings
All
the
right.
salt out. Definitely got salt, pepper, some peppers, and some other perishables, though not many.
You got any?
How
Vegetables.
how spicy are these peppers?
Not very.
Okay,
They
I'm
don't
gonna.
grow well around here.
I want to throw the black pepper in. The rest, who cares?
Go. We'll throw another silver piece on top for all the spices, and
Thanks, Bungo.
Bungo's got it. There's somebody down there everyone's just ordering stuff.
Bungo's got it.
You got any
Um,
spices? Like spice?
no, not really. Just some peppers,
Oh,
salt and pepper.
all right. That's I didn't even know what you. Yeah.
You just got rid of his saffron, you know.
Yeah.
I have one blue herb from the mountaintop.
Hmm?
As you guys, unless you guys need anything else, as you guys exit the general store, you actually see that there seems to be a crowd forming. You see there's like a place where people talk, and see the mayor's up there. All right, yeah, I know there's a lot of questions. People want to know what's going on. Come on, gather around. We know what we. You see Gathon's up there. As you can see, Gathon's okay. He's kind of nursing a little bit, but he looks to be moving pretty good. Maybe acting a little bit. Oh, everyone's like, oh yeah, happy. Now there's been some rumors going around that about Gathon that's unfounded. Okay, we did a thorough investigation, and poor Caitlin, we don't know exactly what happened, but if anything, Gathon here was the victim, was one of the victims, was caught by this treacherous creature, and also there's a no going to the stones until further notice. That's decree from uh, from your mayor. Um, but we're happy to have him back. And everyone's for the most part doesn't need much convincing. They all seem to be excited. As far as they like Athon. He's funny and he's charming. Um, so I think it's not easy for them to kind of sway. The group seems to just be happy that he's there. Oh, well, we're happy to hear it. He's like, friends. When you're facing down your death, sometimes you just gotta lift up, look them back, and say, "Not today." And everyone's like, "Hey!"
I do
But
mage hand. I poke that wound with it.
and when you're staring death in the eye, you can only say one thing.
Just
It's like,
Exactly.
wanna like make eye contact with him and do one of these with my glaive. Just
it's like,
like I'm
oh,
watching you.
sorry, the wound is still. But you get the idea. It was like,
Wait,
kind
could I like let out a huzzah for Gathon and Philip?
you, yeah, you hear a
Huzzah!
uproar. This,
Hey, fella.
you see, Gathon's like,
Fill up, fill up, fill.
Phil.
Um, yeah. I feel like I'd like to like find quiet moments over the next session with
yeah,
Mayor, on, um, and maybe even the Hammer Fells, just as like to pay our respects.
Yeah.
yep. You guys kind of soak in the not very satisfying conclusion. You were hoping to get Caitlin alive and bring her back, um, and you were hoping Gathon would pay for it, but this creature is dead, and there is something to be said in that.
Yeah, it's totally dead, guys.
And so yeah, but you soak it in. Just and this is probably getting close to a good place to call it. But is your plan, moving forward? You guys mentioned possibly going to this outpost. Are you going to take the road to the outpost and not walk through the woods towards like the other cities? You certainly can. Just want to make sure your decision's what your decision is.
I do think
Or stay there, and you always have the option of being incarnate. And
I'm really into up and leaving this town in the middle of this thing. Like, I think we all can tell we did not actually solve the problem, but it's way thicker than what we were getting into, and we're like, we could get stuck here for weeks, like
yeah,
let's let's hightail it out of here. And now the question is, what is your preferred mode of transportation? Are we hoofing it? We want to side visit some weird forest cities? Do you want to get the scenic river view? Um, what what do you who's got opinions? Bungo,
I'd
I
say,
see you're eager.
yeah, I'd say my opinion on this is that when it comes, like I'm up for the water business when it comes to that, as opposed to going through the deep dark woods. Um, but to get there, to get to the outpost, we either have the normal roads or
So to get
stop at
that,
a
did they tell you, that place? Remember you saw the sign was broken one way when you were coming
yeah.
in? If you just take that, that'll lead you. That'll run right along um, the river, and you can't miss it. Like he basically said, you'll travel a couple hundred feet from the river, kind of following it, and you won't even be in the woods very long. Once you get out, you'll be adjacent to the woods as you travel along this grassy area. Kind of explain it to you. You'll see the outpost. It's fairly large. There's people who permanently live there. There's farming communities. It's still not really. There's large warehouses there and things. So it's a little bit of a that type of feel.
The only reason to stop at those other towns would be like if we talk to the mayor or one of the other players, and they're like, "Oh, you should really stop here for X, Y, or Z." Um, or they needed something
Sure, we
delivered, and they
haven't
can
we haven't
the
heard
coins.
anything enticing about them, but
You
I'm a sucker for the unknown. I can only realistically when I ask what could be out there in this forest town, nothing good. I still, it's so this could be a wonderful waste of time. We could get into shenanigans and life-threatening events. We might make things worse again.
It's,
It's tough to tell. Also, I'm not a big fan of rivers, but how hard could it be? All right, that's all I got to pick.
So,
yeah, sorry.
as no, you're good. You guys are, getting ready to, head out or, make your decision, even if you haven't quite. You're kind of, really getting to that point where you're like, we got to decide where we're going. Philip comes up and he just wants to say, hey, no, I do want to thank you before you leave. Appreciate all your help, and this didn't turn out very great. He seemed a little upset about it, but then he's like, but you probably saved some people's lives. Who knows how long this would have gone on before. So I think some solace in that. That's what I'm kind of looking at. But I gotta admit, you hear ghost stories and you see some things around here, but man, that was some intense stuff. It makes me think about other things I've heard. Ugh. But thank you. That was. I'm glad we were able to stand together.
Wait, we got it. Someone's got to bite on that one.
Yeah. What other
No, you
thing?
just hear things. Nothing in particular, but I didn't. I remember my grandma talking about be careful of the river at night and crazy stuff, right? But
Fuck.
it just makes me think. If that's real or if something's to that. You hear those stories, kind of creepy, right? Think about possibilities. I'm just I'm tired, but best of luck to you guys on your journey, and I appreciate your help. He kind of nods at you guys as he starts to walk away, and you guys are standing there looking at the kind of deciding stops. He's like, it did get me thinking though. I would remember that saying. Maybe you don't know, say you're not from around here, but I wouldn't whistle at night. He goes and just keeps walking off. You guys are kind of like,
I mean, I would whistle during the day. Everyone will look at me.
and we can end it. We can end the game there.
Philip.
All right, so fucking awesome. I love it.
That was good. You guys did a good job. It's fun.
Alana wanted to. I know this legend. player. Should I not sing in the forest either?
You saw what happened last time. Somebody sang and played it.
Hey, we got the Veiled Agency for Tuesday, and then next weekend, as long as we're all good, we'll be back here for another chapter in when Black Roses Bloom. So
looking forward to it,
dude. Me too. All right.
Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit your notification bells and all that stuff so we know when we go live and all that things. And we're all tired. We're gonna go to bed. Bye.
Bye.